Hey, listen, Pete was running late today, so we don't even have an intro. We probably got a couple more seconds.
Not that late.
We're gonna cover news as usual. We're down to 2 comics today. We read the third one, but we didn't have time to cut it, so we cut it independent. If you're not reading No One, it's pretty good. Make sure you read it. But we've also got Dom here. We'll have a couple more people stopping in. We're gonna give non-spoiler, just kind of overview feelings of the kind of a preview of what we're going to talk about on Sunday for the last Mandalorian episode that was last night / technically today. Yeah, we'll get into that. We've also got the second of 3 parts of Silver Age. What the heck is it called? Man,
it's the tier listing for this. The Overstreet.
Yeah, Overstreet Silver Age tier list got the books that they say they're the top 50. Right. All right. So we got a couple of those we're going to go over. I'll tell you this portion of the tier list I own, if not 100%, 90% of these books. So take that for what it's worth.
I got a couple.
And then the guy who's going to leave angry bullshit messages afterwards in the chat underneath, just eat it, dude. I don't care, bro. Like, seriously. I know you're going to be jealous, but it doesn't matter. Being passive aggressive is fucking stupid. So we got all that. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, so we'll do the little Mando thing. We got that. Do we have anything else, Pete?
We got some more weird collectibles for you.
Oh, yeah. But they're not that weird. I don't even know.
No, it's not that weird, but a nice little
Well, collecting them is kind of weird, but
anyway. Collecting anything's weird. All right, here we go. Let's say hi to the chat. Who do we have here? Oh, he's always first attack. GTP Comics. There you go, GTP.
Oh, don't forget, we got the wheel to spin, too, for the giveaway.
We also have a wheel for a giveaway.
We'll do it after the news.
I forgot about it, but I don't know how
we'll do it after the news.
Joe Doolin doing Happy Hump Day Boys, and his character is off the top of my head. I cannot.
Sluggo from Nancy.
That's right, Sluggo and Nancy. There you go.
Scared Sluggo.
Sluggo and Nancy. There you go. This is funny from Eric. This is a conversation earlier. Thanks for the phone calls this week, Marco. Good to catch up. Yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, if I don't answer the call, I did talk to Eric. We had a good conversation this week, or sort of, but then I had to just hang up. Degenerate DNA. Hello, fellows. Smiley face. One up.
Jedi call me.
Oh, the Jedi calling thing? Yeah.
Jedi call me. So I still got to make that.
I'm here to nominate Jen to replace Marco. Speaking of somebody else I just talked to this last week, Jen on Tax Show. Good job. Feel free. Hey, guys. Brucifer, good to see you, my man.
That would be an interesting trade.
That would be real interesting. It would be a trade. I'd either be here or I wouldn't be here. That's not a trade. No trading involved. DK, you shouldn't mess with what works. Yeah.
Very wise word from Tyson.
Thank you, Tyson. Well, wait. Maybe he's saying that I don't work. Whatever, man. Make sure you're watching my cousin Jen and everything that she does. I know she was gone for a little bit, but she's back now. So cool. Wednesday fire feeling at the tack. Good. Hector, my man, what's up, fellas? What's up, Hector? Waving around. Phil.
Ailing.
I'm trying to see if he's trying to put it like together to create like, like there's that one idiot that. Yeah, there's the one. Did you see the one guy that's in there is like, of course it's in Florida, and they're like, hey, they put people's names together, and it was like, I like to do's in my mouth, but to say it in a different way.
Back in the day when they had the beepers, they used to have like the names. Used to put the numbers. The names came up. Damn.
People submitted a bunch of like back-to-back like names that if you said it together, they sounded like something that's very perverse.
Like Michael Hunt. Like
like that. Thank you. Okay. Patrick, yo, Patrick. I think
I'm going, you Porky's fans.
I'm like 90% sure I'm going to Gem City this year. If you feel like going out to that con, just Sarth, what's good, everyone? What's good? The only thing cooler than Tack on Wednesdays is that funky Cole Medina. Hope everyone's doing well. Funky Cole Medina. Did you get the ones from MCM, Pete? I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Hi, guys. I'm in post-Mandalorian sadness. At least Ahsoka will be here soon. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jeffrey Drake. Spider Guy
Murph.
Murph. We gotta put an E at the end. We can't do Murph. It's gotta be Murphy. Hey peeps, how's it? What is this comic book? How's it going, y'all? Let me see what your comic book is.
I see a Spidey.
Yeah,
I just can't see it. So
thanks,
you know,
guys.
it's on my
Thanks,
screen.
guys.
It's a slab. It looks like,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
signed.
It's a,
9/9 sign signature series slab. Amazing Spider-Man. What's the one with Groot on the front?
Spidey and Groot.
Yeah, Spidey and Groot. It looks like. I don't know. All right, Murph.
it's probably one of the themes.
All right, Murph. Fill us in. You got me crazy. I can't. Didn't cure. Oh, what was that? Oh, whoa! Jay's already giving away the nuggets already. National Banana Day to all. Get a banana. Thank you, leftover. Leftover. Jesus.
What? He's giving away bananas?
I don't
long
want.
as you don't put it in
I
the
don't want a
tailpipe.
banana from him, bro. Let me put it. All right. Here we go. Let's get into the news, Pete, if you could.
Oh, I forgot. We actually do have to do the news. Let me run the thing.
Jesus. Wait, there's comment entries on the wheel on the MCM show too?
Oh, that's what you meant. Yes, I got the commenters from MCM or on the wheel. Yes.
Oh,
They got an extra entry if they commented on Friday too.
All right, Murph.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks, bro. Got it. Thank you, man.
I think there were 18. I think it was 30 and then 18. So I think it's 48 on the wheel.
Nice.
Hey, should be more. I mean, it's free stuff. All you had to do is type a couple words.
Speaking of 9/9s, Dub, how's the news working today?
Brooklyn 9-9.
How is it working? Well, our
what's
top
the first
story, our very top story, is might hinder your ability to get a 9/9. Well, at least it's going to cost you a little more. CGC has announced price and policy changes. So they've raised prices and they have changed some names and they've eliminated a tier. So this is definitely, here's a list of what they actually sent. They sent emails out earlier, a couple days ago. I think they came out on Monday, if I remember correctly.
Sounds right.
They sent the email. And so here's all the different things that they said they would do. And you have, can you click it one more time?
Absolutely.
And you have until May 2nd to get things in at the old price level, and they must receive that stuff by June 1st. So I kind of broke down a little bit of what it was and what it is. So if you want to go to the next slide, Pete, we can talk about that a little bit.
Here we go.
No, that's slow.
So this, some of the stuff that they've done is, so modern books used to be $24. Now it's going to be $25. The one thing I didn't see in there was any mention of Fast Track. That usually cut your wait time in half. And I didn't see any mention of Fast Track, so we'll have to wait until they post the new stuff to see, unless they address it before that. Vintage prices.
Before it used to be. It used to be what, $9 or $10?
$15 for Fast Track. It used to be.
It hasn't been $10 for a long time. Yes.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Yeah.
It's been $15 for a little while, at least a year.
Like a year. Everything went up. What was it?
That's what I mean. I think it was
in the last 2 years they had like 3 price bumps or some shit.
Yep. Like every six months or so, I feel like. So I only covered books. I didn't go into magazines. I didn't go into anything else. I know there was some changes in magazines.
What's up, Ryan?
But this is what affects most of us or most people is the books. So I didn't go over.
Nobody's submitting that. So that's
I think they're also the same. I think they kind of matched up for the most part.
Gotcha.
No, magazine went down a little bit. It
went down. Okay,
doesn't matter.
They had the new holders over there, but I haven't sent the magazine. I mean, last sent magazine was years ago.
Well, I think I think that's part of it. I think magazines,
it takes a lot longer, and anyway, there's less of them that they do. So, so their economy tier used to be called economy, now has been changed to vintage, and it went up to $37. The express tier, which was I think down to like a week or two, has now been eliminated. It was $130, and your maximum value was going to be $3,000 for that express tier. Completely eliminated. So if you have a book that's over $1,000, value of any book, no matter what year it came out, if it's $1,000 or more, you have to send it through walkthrough. And if you send it in as a $500 book and they think it's a $1,000 book, based on current market value, they're going to charge you the walkthrough price.
When do they say that?
That's what
They've always done that though.
They've
always
never actually done, but they've
always
always
said they've
it.
done it.
They've never done that.
I know people that it's been done to.
Well, then those people did something wrong.
Nope. Me and you both know somebody that it's been done to.
Okay, that doesn't mean that they didn't try to. I mean, like
they did it.
Huh?
They sent in a book under a lower tier, then the market value went up, and then they automatically charged them the new price.
It had to be a big gap, is what I'm saying. It had to be a big gap between the two.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
They're not doing 1,000 to 3,000 here. That's not what because. First off, you bought this part for the max value is an insurance thing, anyways. When you look at it, like when you actually go through the terms and conditions, it always has to do with an insurance portion of it, anyways. Most of the people, we'll talk about it later when we get to the last one, because I don't actually see much problem with this. So for you to have to do that, the raw book had to be in such a high grade that the raw book, because that's what you said in the value in on, was astronomically above whatever it was being sent in.
Or it went up. At the time. They were taking 6 months to 9 months.
Yeah, maybe.
So during that time, the book may have peaked.
Put the name in the private chat so I can see who this is real quick.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
And then so basically anything over 1,000 has to go through walkthrough, which is now 4% of the market value. Minimum price is $150 is what they're going to charge you.
Max on that.
To do that.
They used to have a max on that.
Yeah, I don't think that's unlimited. No more.
No more max. That kind of sucks.
Yeah. So. My math is right.
No, they used to have max percentage they take out for grading.
Oh, max dollar?
You're kind of screwed if you have a $2,000 book. You're going to have to pay at least $150, but 4% of $2,000 ain't $150.
Right.
You know
so you have to, for that walkthrough service, you have to pay that. Well, now unlimited value, you still have to pay that at least $150.
And I think that's where you're getting kind of screwed in that kind of.
Yeah, that's where the express portion was kind of like the wiggle room weight. But you know what? It's like anything else. People fucked around and took advantage of stuff, and then we can't have nice things.
You look at the express fee. For the express 3 was already $130, and now you're paying $100. It's only $20.
$20, yeah.
So maybe.
And I'll say this. I will say that. Okay, so the only part, I guess, express getting rid of kind of was the biggest kind of issue for me, but like the rest of it, it doesn't matter. The 3% has been 3% since. At least I started grading with CGC in 08. It's been 3% since 08. Okay. Number two, a lot of these things, if you're putting in major books, like I know people are going to have different opinions on this, and most people don't, or they're going to have opinions, probably don't even use CGC or don't actually sub books. But like for most of this, we have dealer things. These fees that they're upping it's negligible. You get your credit anyways, and it cuts into your credit and stuff. I get that, and that kind of sucks, but like, overall, your fair market value, and this is what I'll say about this, is like those books are fucking insured. So I'm not saying I never did it, but I'm just saying like, yeah, okay, you want to insure this book for $5,000 or $6,000? Sure. It could be a $30,000-$40,000 book. I don't care because I already have it insured. I'm not paying you extra for that. And I've never, like I said, I've never had a problem with them rejecting. I've never had a problem with them rejecting any books. In those two areas, in express and walkthrough, I've submitted a shit ton of books and never had a problem. The problem that I have is the one underneath it, and this is why. Go ahead.
I missed a tier. When I copied and pasted, I messed up. There is a tier in between economy. Thank you, Double J. Between economy and express, it's what was called standard tier.
Yeah,
that's and it's high value. Yeah, so that fee changed to $85 from I believe it was $75. So I missed that.
Is that it was $75? Okay,
I believe. So yeah, I missed the
standard. Go back one slide.
Standard used to be $80, and now it's $85.
$85.
That was a max value of $1,000.
And that's because you're going to have people pushing. Yeah, you're going to have people pushing $2,000 and $3,000 books. Yeah, I mean, like that's what was happening anyway. So who cares? So now they're going to be a little bit, yeah. But I mean, 100. I mean, I hate to say it, but for all the people that are trying to push CBCS, it's obviously an inferior product because it can't compete with this. They're going to keep increasing their prices, and people who try to take advantage of this stuff and save a penny here and save a penny there, they're just screwing themselves because CGC is now saying we're the only people in town and fuck you. We're just going to change around the things to make it worse for everybody. But realistically, none of this is worse. The only thing I have a problem with, and I would suggest this to them, is the pre-screens. And this is why. Dude, pre-screen was $5 like a year and a half ago for a reject.
Yep.
Okay, it's already $8. That's not where I have the fucking problem. Or $9, sorry. That's not where I have the fucking problem. Because it opens up a great advantage for some of us. Because you no longer have to have your 50 books. This is where
25.
I have a problem. 25, 50. Well, I'm sorry.
Right. But
I don't submit 25 fucking books. I submit 50. But here's the thing. Even at 25, if you're going into if you're just going into, let's say, Bronze Age, because we've just done a Bronze Age thing or some shit like that, it's hard to get 25 of those books where you're submitting, okay, I want 7-0. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to get that.
Well,
now
it's hard to have them match up. Do you want them all live like
around a certain range, right? So right.
Like
so
now, I want 9.8 or 9.6 or bust, sure, but
this is where I think they're fucking up, and they should have made it better. It could have made this tier a good tier. Charge $10 if you want to submit 1 to 25, 1 to whatever, 1 to 49 books. If you want to submit 50 books at a time for the same grade, $5. You know what I mean? Do that. Because you'll get, I'll submit 10 books at, $10 a piece for rejection. But the problem I have with is this. Every fucking 50 books we submit, we resubmit probably 5 or 6 of those books. And guess what? 3 out of 5 come back as a 9.8 the very next time.
Why? Hey, it's even happened to me, and I don't submit nearly as much as you.
So now you're telling me, like, hey, dude, if you were getting it 100% right, no problem, bro. We're good. But this is the one tier where they fuck shit up all the time. And stop putting the rubber bands around my damn books. But because then all we do is we repress them and put them in the middle, and they come back in 9.8. But my you know what I'm saying? Like in this one, this is where the 1% for walkthrough. Fuck it, man. I mean, it's been 3% since 08. Like who this like. And by the way, most of the time, people are lying on that shit anyways. Because you have insurance on those books. You're not like, you're claiming, I bought this book raw value, $1,000, $2,000. I'm claiming $6,000, $7,000 on it for walkthrough. It's actually a $20,000, $30,000 book. Okay. I mean, okay, whatever, man. Like, I don't need your fucking insurance for that shit. You know what I mean? I don't need I mean, have you ever tried to file some shit with CGC? It ain't that easy, okay? So, but the one, so that I have no problem with walkthrough. I don't have a problem with them getting rid of Express because people were taking advantage of that. And you either go with standard or you go to the walkthrough at the 4%. 150 is not that big of a deal, especially if all of a sudden you get $5,000, $6,000 books there. Anyways, who cares? It's not going to make a difference in the end of your day. The bottom one, the pre-screens, where I'm like, oh, they really kind of fucked that up because they could have had a modern pre-screen list, which that's what our 9.8s are. They're mainly moderns, and then you could have a, just a regular one where it's like bulk, maybe bulk pricing or something. Go ahead.
But to kind of answer JJ's question, what I'm hoping that this does discourage is all the nonsense that gets submitted. Like that's just backing up the process because people are submitting nonsense. Like, why are you grading that book? You see them all the time. Who cares if it's a 9.8? It's a random regular A issue of some title nobody cares about.
Bro, dude, people don't.
That's what I'm saying. But hopefully, if they go, well, even if it gets shot down, it's going to cost me $9 now to send in this stack of nonsense. Maybe I won't.
Nope, because this is the thing that you're
because if it's not graded, it's still a $3-4 book.
First off, that doesn't fucking matter. You know how I get yelled at in the chat because every time anybody in this show says a book is not worth something, they're like, Marco's an idiot. And we look at it's like you look at that person's IG and they're showing off the book you guys just talked about that said wasn't fucking worth anything. I didn't even say shit. You guys said it, and that's the book they're showing off, and they overpaid for it. Okay, look. That shit's gonna always happen. I'm not
even talking about things that may have some artificial bump.
I'm saying like they picked it up and they're like, "Look at how cool this is," because somebody mentioned it, and we're like, "What?"
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not even books that people mention. I see things like, "Why did anyone ever get this thing graded?" Like,
because somebody mentioned it. Somebody at their local comic shop mentioned it. Somebody somewhere mentioned it. Somebody mentioned it. That's why they get it.
That's not what I'm talking about. I get that. I'm talking about just the random. Like, why is this random issue of Warlock Chronicles number 6? Why did somebody grade that?
They told them that's going to be worth a lot of money one day. I'm telling you, somebody's like, "Oh, this series is great. It's going to be worth a lot of money someday." Okay, but the other part, and we've seen this, and it's not going to go anywhere, are these people who are saying, Oh, really?
So hold on a second.
I
I just looked at the name and I was like, "Oh
I
shit,
looked
man!"
because I wasn't talking.
Yeah, my bad.
So listen.
But the other part is the people that now, because everybody's a fucking cleaner and presser because they can watch the video, but these people don't know. I've seen people go, "What the fuck, man? She got it back. My presser guaranteed." And you know what the fuck the shit is? It's foxing. They didn't know this was foxing out a fucking book. And I'm not saying somebody who sold one or two. I'm talking about people who sold 500 books don't know what the fuck foxing is. And their cleaner presser, who's supposed to be the biggest, best cleaners and presser the whole time, could tell them they're submitting it. And they're submitting it for 983, 98 because they think it's at least a 98, or 96 because they think it's at least 98. It gets rejected. It's 7-0, man. Like it's a 7-0 pretty much or less. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm saying it's not going to take care of that shit either. Because people, they're fucking delusional, man. They're fucking delusional, Pete. This isn't going to slow anything down. The only thing slowing people down is them going broke. And fuck, they got a lot of credit card debt, and they're going to keep running it up, motherfucker. So, pay your taxes. Go ahead, Dub. I'm sorry.
For you. I have a question. What percentage of the volume that CGC does is by people reselling books? In your opinion? I know you don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, how much is lit? I mean,
75.
It's got to be a lot because when you do on-site grading, okay, I'll just take off of the knowledge of on-site grading from what I've, been around on-site grading because I've been around a decent amount in multiple different locations, including, Buffalo and whatever else. That line is 97% or has been in the past when they did on-site grading. Now, remember that's pre-pandemic, but it was 90% resale. I mean, the Valiant boys would grade their shit. I could tell you who's in the line just grading their shit. There's a couple other people that would just grade their shit.
But even the on-site graders, that's a little different than people just sending books in.
Just even sending it, I still think it's at least like 75% at a minimum.
Right. So these 25% of people, like for example, let's say they're left, they're the ones that are grading it. There's a lot of those people that are sending books in to grade to keep in their personal collection.
Okay, Dom,
I understand. Yes.
Hold on now. Dom's the only one here who's never sold a book before. Dom, you don't sell books, do you?
Nope.
How many books have you ever submitted to get graded?
0.
You were saying?
That's one example. I mean,
how about me? I rarely sell books.
You sold them though. It doesn't matter.
No, but I'm just saying. But I generally work into my plan. There's at least 5 out of the 50 are planned to be sold to pay for the grading costs.
Yeah, I mean, like that's part of it. Okay, but you're still selling something to grade.
I'm getting for me. Like
I get that you're still selling to grade, and we saw a big bump in the grading companies, in both grading companies' submission times. We could tell because of submission time expansion, right? And that they started hiring people, and the submission times were still there. They were actually hiring people. So during that time, when there was more comic books overall selling, what did we see? Especially graded books. We saw a larger take in amount of time that took. So you can naturally assume that that's probably the majority of people. When I'm buying collections, typically, every once in a while, you get it, but it's not the guy who submitted it. Half the time, if I get slabs in the collection, they don't even know how to submit a slab. They're like, oh, yeah, I got this. Oh, yeah. Oh, you submitted CGC. Oh, no. I didn't do that. And the only other time they do it is when the comic book store, I hate to say this, but they're either somebody or they're at their local comic book store or somebody close to that. In my experience, now this can't be everybody's experience because I know we get the one dipshit in the comments later. I get it. But here we go. Most of my experiences when I buy these things and I said, oh, you got this one graded? And it's some fucked up dumb shit book like Warlock 2. They're like, yeah, man, my comic book shop said it. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. What? Anything. That's a real dumbass book, by the way. But my point is this.
That's why I was reaching for a good dumbass book.
That's a real dumbass book. But my point is this. When you ask them about they're like, oh, yeah, my when I bought it for my LCS, they told me it was in real great shape and I should get it graded because it's going to be worth something. Literally is what they say, dude. So, like, you could say all this, like, that's not people's mind processes. I can't fix stupid. I can't think stupid. I can just tell you what stupid's told me before. That's it. Okay, that's where I'm coming from. And all this shit here, I don't think it affects really anybody. I mean, Pete ain't going to get his books that he needs graded, even the ones he's keeping for himself, for $1. He ain't submitting those motherfuckers early. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you after May 2nd, Pete still ain't going to have those books submitted. Okay? Just telling you. Dom ain't submitting a book, but he's going to buy a 9.8 for $60 of a book that you're like, why the fuck was this even submitted? Because Dom's gonna buy it for $60. That's why.
That's right.
That is why. I'm not knocking Dom. I'm just telling you that.
I don't know.
I literally watched one of his videos and I was like, holy shit, man. Why do I don't even understand why I try to keep arguing this shit. I don't give a shit how dumb no offense, Dom, how dumb it seems to me that grading that book is. Somebody's gonna buy it. Now I'm not trying to. Go ahead, Dom.
But those are the people that I'm asking about. Like I know people who have sent books in. Like for example, before, it was when the George Perez signing was happening. Like people sent in books to get signed by George Perez. Sent books to get signed by Alex Ross. Send books to get like all.
Oh, okay. So it's just yeah.
So they have you have those people that send books in that aren't sellers.
Fucking hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on. There's a lot of times these are limited to X amount of sales. Are they still doing that? Or is it now just, I don't even look at that bullshit anymore. But they used to be like, oh, we're going to sign 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, whatever it was, right? Every dealer I know fucking submitted a shit ton of books, dude. Shit ton. So don't say like it's not dealers submitting that shit for those signings.
No, I'm talking about the people who aren't dealers that are sending books in. That's when you get maybe an influx of more of the people.
I'm asking you,
the regular people.
I'm asking you, even with those fucking signings.
Yeah.
Even with those signings, how much do you think that percentage isn't dealers?
Oh, I think you're right with the 75,
huge,
80, or even 80%. Yeah, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with any of that. But I'm saying that these price changes may affect the regular people sending books in just because. Like, I guess with the pre-screen, it makes it easier for people now. But is somebody going to want to send in 10 books for a pre-screen if they already don't know how to grade, and then they get, charged $90 because, or $81 because 9 of their 10 books came back, so that's where some of the, they might lose a little bit of that. But the dealers will keep them. The dealers will keep them. Yes. Yes.
Have you met the comic book, including the online comic book community before? You think common sense and logic, like, oh, this shit costs more money than I have, makes fucking sense to these morons?
No, there's
no, it doesn't. Fuck no, it doesn't. No, you know people put names in our market, idiots that we have in our market that do dumb shit, and we literally, when they do it, we go, can't fix that moron. Like, come on, dude. Come on. I had a guy try to trade me like broken toys and ripped up used stamps one time for a comic. I'm like, come on, dude. It's wild out there, bro. This isn't gonna make a difference.
That stuff.
That's exactly what he said, and I said, "Cool, but not me." Moving along.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want that stuff. Yeah. I can tell you that I've seen and heard uproar, but anytime anything or anywhere prices get raised, you're going to get some kind of uproar. Action figure prices went up. People are upset. Big Mac prices went up. I know you're upset about that, Marco. But anytime when the Big Mac prices go up, you get upset.
What's the Big
Mac? The McDonald's prices go up.
Oh, McDonald's. Okay, yeah.
But we're hearing a lot of it in about a month. It's going to be like normal. No one's going to even. It's not going to matter.
I mean, we're talking about here, or we're breaking it down because we got CGC box loads of this shit. But like, I think a lot of people that are just doing it is just because it's like, it's bitching about anything. You're bitching about it raining outside. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't affect you. You never left your mom. Yeah, you never left your mom's basement. You're still hanging out with your brother there. Like, whatever, man. But like, you ain't been outside. So like, what the fuck? But here you go. You're going to complain about the fucking weather. The weather don't matter to you if you're not doing shit. So I think this week we're going to see a lot of the weather not mattering to motherfuckers. But, Oh, Comic Mommy 101?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Comic Man.
Not a hand.
Oh. Yeah, he collects a lot. So for him, I'd like to hear his opinion on this because it is going to cost him more. You know what I mean? But like for every Comic Man Andy, as Joe said, there's probably not hundreds. There's probably thousands of resellers.
Well, especially for what Andy's trying to do with his Punisher run.
What's he trying to do?
He's trying to registry and get out. Yeah, 9/8 run of it all.
Oh.
That's what I mean. And most of the issues of Punisher are just nonsense books. So he's got to pre-screen and get
I love Andy to death. Bro, what you thinking? Bro?
He's a collector. He likes to.
Dude, he's so fun. I mean, hey, listen, I'll tell you this. One guy that I always enjoy seeing and hanging out with, and his wife too, because they're always together, is those two, man. It is just a joy, and it makes you feel good about comics again.
They're coming to the show this year. I'm excited to see them.
Over at Motor City? They come every year, don't
they'll be.
every year
They didn't come last year.
They didn't?
They'll be there this year. No.
Where did I see him? I saw him at like 2 shows last year.
Yeah,
man.
He was at Detroit. He was in
Baltimore because I saw him at
Oh, he's
in Baltimore. Yeah, he's
yeah,
in
that's
Baltimore.
right. Yeah. And he's in the streets. He's there. I see him.
There. He's out there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Comic Mom 101 in the marketplace. LOL. What is that? I don't even understand what that means.
Comic Mom. You know, he's talking about think about it.
Mom.
You like to call him Timmy.
Yes.
Timmy who?
Just move on.
You guys gotta stop. You're talking about McDonald's and some guy named Timmy Tams. I don't fucking know. Dude, you know what Timmy was? Timmy was Tim the Tatman Taylor, whatever, the video game guy, because you guys were always talking about somebody, and I thought you guys were talking about the guy that plays video games on the internet. Tim the Tatman, you know this guy?
I don't know that guy. I don't watch people play video games.
I don't either, but that's what I thought you guys were talking about for the longest time.
All right, I think we've talked enough about CGC.
Yeah, I think we moved on.
Let's go. Yeah,
half hour in. Let's actually get to the news.
Was it a McDonald's sandwich? All right, go ahead. Go. Net rest of news.
All right, let's talk about some other things. It was kind of a busy news week this week. There was a lot of little things that happened, nothing like huge, but don't sue me, man. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But first and foremost, with the box office report, Super Mario Brothers made $87 million in its second weekend.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Can you hit the?
Wasn't bad.
No, so they came in number one by a long shot. The number two movie was The Pope's Exorcist, which is a horror movie, I believe.
Hey, John Wick's still pulling an 8.
John Wick. Yep, exactly.
Oh, poor Renfield.
Renfield, poor Air.
Yeah.
Air feels more like a TV HBO movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Can you hit the?
I see Renfield.
Hit the thing. So, 87 million, second best weekend opening ever for an animated film, takes down Frozen 2. Only a 41% decline from last week. 347 for the 2-week total. Worldwide is 678 million. It's going to hit that 1 billion mark before it goes out of the theater.
I think it was ingenious. I think it was ingenious for them to drop this during spring breaks, man. Was
Easter weekend.
But it's right around spring break. You know, I don't know one person whose kids
whether it's the tail end for people who get off the week before Easter or the week after. It was a good time.
It was good, man. It was
because we did it on the Wednesday too. The Wednesday before Easter.
Yeah, the Wednesday before Easter, which was stupid smart. Tell your kids they act up in church and you ain't gonna go see Mario.
No.
That's a fucking
that minus the
2 more weeks. 2 more weeks until Guardians comes out, so they can, I don't know what else coming out between now and then, but that's the next big thing. Not Brock Lesnar, but
I don't know. Make money.
Yeah.
I don't know what's next. Oh.
Yeah, so this was kind of a big deal. The Writers Guild of America, East and West, have voted to strike. So as of May 1st, they have the approval of their members. Can you hit the?
Why do they need shoe logos?
Because there's 2 different people, 2 different groups.
Well, it shouldn't affect fucking Star Wars because they don't need writers to put out the shit they've been putting out lately.
So 97.85% of the people in this unions have voted to go on strike. So now the negotiators have the authority to go on strike. So yeah, I had more details, but I'm like, it's boring anyway. So nobody cares. So I just, that's what we got.
Pay these people their money.
Yeah, pay the writers the money. Yeah, they want more. They want more residuals. They want exactly.
Money.
You can't sit there and keep telling me you're more profitable than ever, and then say you don't have money to fucking pay your workers.
Exactly.
I apologize for that awful Teddy Cage.
Pay your fucking workers. And by the way, I'm a business owner, and I fucking have given my employees increases over the last 2 years too. Pay your fucking workers. And just pay them.
Yep.
Moving on.
Okay, moving on. This was an interesting little tidbit. Infinity War cut 45 minutes.
Maybe
the
don't pay
opening
that worker.
Hey, what do you
Maybe we'll
want?
get a Russo cut.
But isn't that technically management too? I think the writer is management in that
No,
case.
you cut 45 minutes. Now the movie's not 5 hours.
Right. So actually, this came from Jim Starlin, who did an interview. Can you hit the?
Yep.
Hit the thing. He talked about a month ago, about a month before the movie came out. He got an email from Russo saying 45 minutes at the beginning of him getting that first stone. You know how they jumped in the movie?
Yeah, they jump
He
right
already
to
had
it.
a stone. He's already got it. So that's the part they cut out. So we might see this somewhere down the road. There was no mention of that, but it's out there. They have the footage out there, and so who knows? It was just an interesting little fact.
Question. How many times have you rewatched Infinity War?
Before Endgame came out, I watched it a couple times.
I watched it about 15 times.
If they put this back in, I'll rewatch it.
My wife kept telling me, "You're watching it again?" I loved Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
I love those movies.
I liked Infinity War better than Endgame, but I did like them.
Oh, I did too. I liked it. No, don't get me wrong. I liked it better than Endgame.
Infinity War was fun.
I'm just saying, like, in the last 4 years. Sorry, Dom. In the last 4 years, how many times have you watched Infinity War?
Oh, I haven't.
Okay, go ahead, Dom. What were you gonna say?
No, I haven't watched it anytime soon, but when it was out before Endgame came, I watched it about 15, 20 times. It was enjoyable. But Endgame was such a great movie, how everybody was dealing with the snap. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how they
Yeah, I get that. I'm just trying to once again, always with the clipboard, as JJ says, but I'm trying to take a poll of like, are they holding up? Because I can't remember. I don't know anybody that's like, yo, dude, let's watch something. Let's go back and watch.
Yeah, but what's the difference? What does that matter?
Yeah, it's like a comic book. Like I wouldn't go back. I mean, I would, but there's.
I'll go back and watch. I can tell you in the last year, I've watched John Wick 1, 2, and 3 at least 20 times.
Different. I would watch John Wick right now if it was on. So like, I mean, it's not.
That's not an open invitation for any of you guys to leave.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, you ain't gonna go watch Infinity War like that.
No, I'm not. Right. I'm
you
not.
know.
That's true.
And that's why those last two movies, that was the last great really Marvel. Really think about it.
Well, that was the capper of a big storyline. Now they're still building to something.
Oh, that's hilarious. That actually doesn't. Thank you, Darth, for reminding me. Remember the news about all those Star Wars movies that were about to be rewritten and done within the next 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that shit ain't happening, huh? Somebody needs to pay me my motherfucking money. All right, keep going.
The Marvels.
So a little news about the Marvels. So this is reportedly, I didn't have the rumor tag on here. So apparently it's one of the most disliked. We can't see the dislikes. So this is a
it's not even published. So
I don't know how, but I did read in a couple different places, which may have been the same source of information, that it has out of the 1.1 million likes, 623 of them were dislikes, which is ridiculous. People
like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
you don't like it, okay? Just don't watch it. Like,
right.
But you know what it is? There's so many people out there that want Disney to fail, and they're happy when the movie when something goes wrong, it doesn't work out for Disney. People are just jumping for joy in the streets.
Well,
hold on now.
All the people associated with the movie are not going to fail to the point where they're going to have to move back in and live in their parents' basement.
That's true.
They're not going to be as much of a failure as all the people hoping for them to fail. Like, just don't watch it.
Yeah,
dude, hold on. They're not. No, hold on. On those votes, wouldn't you say probably a good 50 to 70% of those people aren't going to fucking watch it either way? Even if the shit was fucking, I mean, even if it was the best fucking shit. If this shit made you, if you watch this and shed out gold bars afterwards, they still won't watch it. It don't matter. They're just going to go out there to do either be a troll ass motherfucking troll because it's the internet, or are a stupid lemming because it's the fucking internet, bro. Like the internet's made up with that shit.
Anonymous, and it's the internet. So
why are we doing that? I don't even know who gives a shit.
Just it was something that happened, so I thought I would talk about it.
And that's what's they still spend this time doing this.
All right, we can move on. I just kind of wanted to mention it that it was out there.
Marv wants to watch it more now.
Yeah, me too.
What is this?
I love Hungry Hippo.
I had that game.
Chris Evans.
No, don't do this. Don't do
is
this.
in talks to star in a Hungry Hungry Hippos movie.
Jesus.
What does that even entail? Like, I'm just trying to even fathom what it could be.
It was going to be a bunch of hippos in the lake. I mean, in the water, and they're going to be hungry. I don't know.
And Chris Evans is there.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
The sad part is I'll probably watch this on FX one day. It'll be on the TV in between Wick movies, and I'll be like, the fuck? Oh, this is that Chris Evans Hungry Hungry Hippo shit.
Well, Chris Evans is going to be CGI'd as a hippo. So there you go.
He's in discussions to star as the father of a girl trying to free captured hippos in a movie loosely based on the Hungry Hungry Hippos. This game was first released in 1978. It is known for wildly mischaracterizing the hunting behavior of hippopotami.
Dude, hippos are the baddest motherfuckers out there.
No, they're crazy.
And this is not how they eat.
No, they are the baddest motherfuckers
Oh
out
man,
there.
they'll take down a lion. They don't care.
They'll take down anything. They don't give a shit. Nothing better. Nothing better. I want to be reincarnated. If there was reincarnation, make me a fucking hippo.
Now listen,
hippos are
as a kangaroo. A freaking
a hippo eat the shit out of a kangaroo.
You ever see a kangaroo in the water? They wait to drown things. Then you see a kangaroo in the water, they'll go near it, they'll drown you.
The hippo will crush that motherfucker, yank it under the water, and drown that bitch, then fling it up, take its booty, smack it with the booty, grab it back down, and eat it in one go.
I just seen that
hippo. Dude, no, hey, so this is fucked up. You know that Escobar had fucking hippos down there, right? Yeah. And now the motherfuckers are just eating everything up. I mean, hippos is a bad motherfucker.
Yo, I just seen a video.
You know what could beat a mythosaurus? A hippo.
Freaking hippo was attacking a lion that was stuck on like a pile of meat or something in the water, and the lion had to jump in the water, and the hippo went after it. It was freaking attacking the damn thing. Yo, they're crazy, man.
Oh my dude, we call it out here. That's our national. That's our street animal. We all of them hippos. Love the
spirit animal.
It is, because one day the kids wanted to talk about, like, they brought out a box. Not my kids, the other kids in the street brought out animal crackers, and they're like, "This is the best." I go, "Nope, it's the hippo." And then they all started doing research papers on the hippo.
Save the gorillas.
It killed gorillas, man. Hippos kill anything.
Doing true romance. It's all right.
Hippos the best. But I hope they eat Chris Evans.
True.
I hope they eat Chris Evans.
So, in other news, Neil Gaiman has earned a spot in Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People of 2023. And for
100%.
some reason, James McAvoy was the one who talked about Neil Gaiman.
I think he did the audio book.
Right, that makes sense. I did not listen to
he did the audio reading for Sandbag.
Gotcha. Okay. So there was a bunch of words with this as well. Big quote. He loves the storytelling. He loves the way that he brings dreamscapes to life. You can read the whole article at timemagazine.com tomorrow. Not right now. But this was, I'm a fan, so I thought this was a really cool thing that he made the list of 100 most. So,
comic chef.
Yes, exactly.
Streaming.
And
that only works with Disney. Oh, sorry.
I agree, Joe's Doolin, only 30 years too late. But he's getting a lot of recognition lately, so it's cool. So, Patty Lupone, who I'm not familiar with, was on a talk show recently. I don't know what it was. I don't don't want to say the wrong thing.
You're right, Jedi.
But she gave us, Pete.
I'm getting there.
You better hurry. She gave us some news about Agatha, and we don't know if she was supposed to give us, but nothing crazy, but there's a coven of witches. She's part of the coven of witches. She loves the character that she's playing. So there is Aubrey Plaza, Catherine Hahn, and then this woman. And then Joe Locke is playing a familiar of one of the witches.
What's that fucking Disney thing? Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus.
Wasn't that 3 witches?
Yeah.
Just doing witch ass shit? Doesn't this shit sound like 3 old ass witches, old ass women doing old ass witch shit?
Back to
Aubrey Plaza is not old.
Aubrey Plaza's not old, exactly.
Yeah, but the whole 3 witch thing, that goes back to like
this broad right here? Patty LaBoo?
Yeah, I don't know who this person. Lupone.
Patty LaBoo.
Lapone ain't old as she looks old as
Yeah.
shit. Who isn't old? Who you saying is not old?
Aubrey Plaza.
Who's Aubrey Plaza?
Aubrey
Oh, is that the chick from what's his name that eats all the bacon all the time?
Yes.
Does woodworking?
Parks and
Yeah,
Rec.
the
Parks
vegan
and Rec.
bacon. Yeah, Parks and Rec. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, let me have another piece. She's the one. Let me have. He goes. Let me have a piece of vegan bacon.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
piece.
Right.
You know, she had
Yeah.
a stroke.
And then she goes. Hey, let me have a piece, and then she throws it in. Fucking,
What?
Yeah.
Perfect.
She was on
It
one
was
of the
so
talk
funny.
shows, and she had a stroke, and she was talking about her stroke.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
Who's that kid? That young lady?
Yeah, she was mentioning it.
Wow.
That
the
sucks
show.
for
She
her.
was good in Legion.
Anyway, little news, Coven. So there you go. That was something that she talked about on.
So it's
live
two
on the
old
show.
bitches and a younger bitch. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Excuse me, bitches.
So there's a Stan Lee doc coming to Disney Plus.
No fucking A.
Yeah.
Hey, he was always nice to me. I don't give a shit. He was always nice to not
Showing
saying
that stern
anything
bush.
bad about that man. The dude was he was, I mean, like, incredibly, the couple experiences I had with him, he was one of the best. I mean, as a human being, so whatever.
Yep. So
I don't want to watch this documentary though.
I'm not going to watch the documentary. May he rest in peace, but I really don't care about
This could
Stan
be
Lee.
a background thing for me while I'm working.
Yeah, I'll rather
You
watch.
hear something interesting, you look up for a second, you go, oh, yeah.
I'd rather watch Infinity War again.
How many ascots do you think he's going to be wearing?
Yeah, true.
It's a cravat.
Falling there over. What? Who?
So I had to report this because it's coming on Disney Plus, and I was looking for Disney news. So there you go.
Well, you know for a fact he's not gonna be smoking, so there's no smoking in Disney at all.
Yeah. Well, those two panels are from DC Comics.
Oh
so-
well, shit! That just ruined it. It's over then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
Yeah.
watch it. What the fuck?
There you
Who
go.
cares?
Yeah.
All right.
So George Martin allegedly gave us some more details about this prequel series. But after I read it, it really wasn't too much detail. All he said was the talented writing team is assembled, which hopefully they can write the stuff.
After the
And then
strike.
after the strike, but they had some summits, and there's no premiere date, there's no filming start date yet, but they are working on it, and he thinks there might be 6 episodes, but not a final decision, and it won't be called Tales of Dunk and Egg or The Adventures of Dunk and Egg. So
Oh,
that's what it won't be called, according to George Martin.
that's all right.
So anyway, a little bit of news
So we call
about
Duncan and Aegon.
No, it's not going to be called.
No. He said it won't be called Dunk and Egg. He didn't say it's not gonna be called Duncan and Aegon.
No, they won't do that either. They're going to leverage Game of Thrones as much as they can.
They're
Yeah.
probably gonna do the Night of the Seven Kings. Yeah, the Hedge Knight. It's probably gonna be Game of Thrones, the Hedge Knight. That's probably what it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he talked about that too. He goes, if this one does well, he's gonna have to write or finish the sequels to these books or
He ain't
prequels.
fucking writing shit.
Yeah, he should be
Get
on
outta
strike.
here.
He's been on strike forever.
This is just-
So
Yeah, he said. You know, he said gobbledygook, gobbledygook, gobbledygook. That's
yeah,
what he
he's a
said.
master of the writer strike.
Wasted my fucking time with this guy.
Decades.
Decades, indeed.
Man, he's never finishing any books.
No.
So we talked about John Wick.
Mhm.
There was a trailer dropped for The Continental
Mm.
from the world of John Wick, a Peacock series original or Peacock channel original.
Yeah, but this ain't gonna have what's his name in it, is it?
It's
It's going to follow a young Winston, I believe.
So it's going to be about the hotel, 3 parts. It's going to be definitely before the time. 3 episodes it says, but it'll be out in September, and it will be nothing. John Wick won't be in it unless you see him as a baby or something, I guess.
Yeah, no. That's
Yeah, but here's the other problem, man. Who
Isn't
used
he
to work at the front
narrating?
desk.
I'm sorry.
Isn't it a narrate? I can't remember he was going to narrate something that they had like a for HBO Max. They were going to do something one time, a John Wick series.
well, he might pop up in the ballerina thing, the
You know?
ballerina spinoff.
Yeah, I don't know about if he's narrating this, Tom. I didn't read anything about that. This was
They'll
this
probably
is
get
not
Al
HBO.
Swearinger to do the narrating on this.
Hey, Joe got it right, dude. GRRM does look like a fucking broke ass model train engineer. Bro. We gotta give it to him, dude.
Ring the bell!
First of the day.
There you go.
It's our first catch of the day.
This is the problem. Who's my man that used to work on the front desk?
He's no longer with us.
Yeah. They're not even gonna be able to have him, and he was great. And then I
Well,
found
this
out
would have been before his time too.
Then I found,
Yeah.
how do
Younger.
you know? No, if Winston's here, it could have been him as a young man.
Yeah, what? He's still working the front desk. He didn't.
Did he move on?
Hey, no, he sure seemed to be like a Pennyweather.
He would have been like a probably. He would have been a bellhop at this time.
Yeah, I think they had already cast somebody in as a younger version of him in this show.
Oh, okay.
That's like
Yeah, that
me in
would
my
make
hotel. How long
Before
have
he
you been in the hotel for? 20 years. He's like, I've been here 40 years. You know?
It would've been
I was
funny,
born
dude.
here.
I think that would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They just had him roll out.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes, may I take care of
Yeah.
the dog, sir?"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that it's going to be a younger version. Somebody was
Yeah,
casting.
it
it.
had to be
Good. I'm
anyway.
glad.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah.
cool. They want to capitalize off the whole John Wick thing. You know, the build it. You know,
Right. Yeah, they are. I mean, with this and then the Anna the ballerina movie.
Mhm.
Do we
So,
really?
they're
Hey,
definitely fine.
hey. Not a bigger John Wick fan, but do we really need world building and fucking John Wick? I'm just saying.
well,
Like-
that's the thing. That's what all movie franchise. When a movie
Have you
franchise
ever-
does world
oh,
building.
sorry.
I'm sorry. They want to world build things like what is it? The Fast and I'm surprised the Fast and the Furious didn't world build. They
Now
got like
that I
11
could give a shit. I don't want to see any more of that world.
fucking 2 more big movies coming out. You
Yeah,
know, but
that I could care less. But this,
Yeah.
I want more world.
this is
Yeah. Do you know how Hollywood works, Marco? You
I know how
when
it works.
when
I
they
didn't
get
ask you
something-
how it works. I just asked you if we needed this,
Not
I could
needed,
just-
but I'd rather watch more of this than all
bro.
the other shit they
You
give.
still,
We didn't
you
need
still,
it.
hey,
He was
yo,
getting it.
yeah, you're not even caught up on shit you should have been watching.
I'm
so-
gonna watch this
We're not
twice
going
before I watch
anywhere.
that Stan Lee documentary. Tell you that.
All right, go.
It's not going anywhere. I'll get to it. I know, and it's next too.
Oh,
Nice.
look at this.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, we do need that. Hey, by the way, anybody, raise your hand if you haven't gotten to Sandman yet.
But I know it's coming with a season 2.
No,
I
you're
got
supposed to raise your
time.
hand. You're supposed to raise your hand. Just raise your hand. Because it's only you. Nobody else. The entire chat. Everybody's seen it except for you, Pete. All right, go.
So
all right, I
somebody asked Neil Gaiman online what's going on with Sandman season 2. One, we've heard that it's going to be called Volume 2 and versus season 2 because they're going to break it up kind of like how the stories are in the comics.
Mm.
So now that we've gotten the first season out of the way, Netflix is letting them do a little more, a little open with how they're telling us the stories. Part of it was that we might get this next volume in 2 parts because I think part of it has already been filmed. But go ahead and can you click the
Oh, sorry.
News
Yeah, I
there?
always forget
Okay.
you got your little extras.
Yeah, scripts are written. Casting the first episode. We will be shooting. Sets are being designed. No one from the show or service ever promised the second season would arrive this year, and Netflix will be handling all casting announcements. So they're ready to go, and they're already doing stuff. But he just wants to make it clear that it's not coming out this year. I'm guessing.
No, that kind of said like "fuck off" and leave me alone. That's what that sounds like.
I kind of paraphrased some of the stuff that he said in there. I took clips of it, so
Fine.
he can only say so much.
Yeah. Stop fucking hitting up my IG so much in my fucking...
Seasons of Mist is going to be awesome, Sarah. I can't wait.
We got to get these guys too.
So this has also moved to Netflix. Originally, I believe this was an HBO project.
Might have been.
But Steve Yockey, who is one of the showrunners, confirmed season 1 is wrapped production. If you want to pop that news for me,
Mhm.
Pete. It's everything's done, and they're doing post-production right now. Basically, it's a story that is a spin-off of, was it Season of Mist or Game of You? Anyway, these two boys,
Whatever issue 25 was.
25? Is that what? Oh, that's really. Anyway, so it's part of the Sandman universe. I don't know if it's going to tie into the show or not, because originally it was not planned on having anything to do with the show. There's 2 kids who are dead, and then death lets them live, and they are out there solving mysteries.
He
Wait,
ruined
wait,
it.
hold on. Wait, hold on. Was Sandman on fucking HBO or was it on Netflix?
on
Netflix.
Oh no shit. It was always there? Okay. I'm so
Yep.
these fucking streaming services. I need to get rid of some of them.
I mean, you'd think it would be on HBO since it's a WB DC property, but it wasn't.
They didn't want it.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
they
want it.
did want the good shit. Okay. I
Right,
get it.
exactly. Yep. Also staying with Netflix, Umbrella Academy, the last line of the series finale has officially been written.
Writer's
I
strike
thought they
you,
were
Dan.
done.
We're done.
They're doing one more?
Well, one more. It's going to be a shorter season.
All right.
Yeah,
Can
it's
you
like
pop
3
the?
eps.
Yeah.
think.
So Steve Blackman, who's been the showrunner since the
6.
beginning,
Wait,
not the
wait,
wrestler.
step up. Good job, Pete. Just because Dom's here
I
doesn't
thought it
mean
was
you
like
step
3 or
other people's
4. I
stuff.
thought they said it was gonna be like really short, but that says 6.
Yeah, 6. It's called The End of the Beginning. Everything's written, and I guess they're going to start filming soon. So that's what I got out of it.
What is this?
What is this indeed?
Oh.
So if you didn't know,
They're still shipping these things?
Geez, I was surprised.
Netflix started out in 1998 as a
Mhm.
company that sent you DVDs.
I know, I loved it.
So you would go online, pick the movies you wanted to get sent to you. They would send you DVDs, and then they accomplished. So apparently here it says Beetlejuice was the first movie they ever shipped out. This is what put Blockbuster out of business. So take that for what it is.
Blockbuster tried to copy this
Blockbuster.
model, it just
I
didn't
still have a
work.
It was
Blockbuster
too
card.
late. Yeah, nice.
The problem was Blockbuster didn't ever make you send your shit back in. So like they would never collect. It was a messed up system.
The one pet peeve I had with a Blockbuster, every time you go to get a movie, the new movies, everything was sold out already.
Because you went too late.
Yeah, people were like literally
People go in the morning.
I know.
Yeah.
I worked at a Blockbuster in college. It was
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous. People
Oh,
calling it,
God.
I don't even hold it. They
Hold
would,
it for me.
they would
Hold it.
wait by the check-ins. Like they would stalk it and wait.
I didn't have Blockbuster type money. I had bootleg ass type money, like Video Family Box and shit.
Family
where it was-
Video. Yeah.
Not even Family Video. No, before that, there's a couple bootleg ones they had out here.
Hollywood
And Library
Video.
Money.
Yeah. And library was the way to go here.
I
Library
Yeah.
remember
money, I
Redbox.
bet.
Was it a Redbox? You used to go
No,
to.
I never did Redbox.
Like in the
What?
stores, like the supermarket. You go
I
in
just
there,
said I didn't have Blockbuster money. You think I can rent shit out of a supermarket? Are you out of your mind?
No, Redbox was good. It was like $1. You go there, they had like these crazy, absurd movies. They were up there. You never
Oh,
see
yeah, they
them.
got that weird. Yeah, I never did that. The
Yeah, I did that a
weird
couple
kiosk
times.
outside by the shopping carts.
Yeah,
Dude,
they
I
did.
just remember when you used to have Netflix and it was like you figured out the mailing days and how long it would take you to mail back and forth.
Yeah,
So
so you'd be like,
depending
all
on
right,
what-
how many can I get if I put
Yeah,
this one in?
depending on what day, how many you could get in a week. So you just try to flick them back and forth as quickly as possible. And watch a shit ton. And you know what was really cool was early on you could share your lists of. I don't know if you can still do this, but it was very simple. Where like,
Well, no,
you could
they're
be like-
cutting down.
well, I know, but like I don't know how the online streaming thing works. But
Can
like,
you hit the
for
button, Pete?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Doug's
Alright.
probably now. I just
Yeah, we
Chris,
still
I
got
speak this
we're
shit.
only halfway through.
25 years. 25 years they did this, and they bought DVD.com in the middle of it, so that's who was doing the service for them. And then they were shipping their last disc on September 29th, and hopefully they get them back.
Yeah, I ain't sending that shit back.
Yeah, are you really gonna send it back? But you don't get the case. Like the case
Yeah,
is a
you
lot.
just got that little red envelope is what they
Hey,
sent them.
remember when they used to? And when Netflix started off, they used to send you like the actual DVD, right, with the fucking with everything on. But then all of a sudden, after like 2 years, they just start sending you bootleg copied shit, bro, all the time. And half the time, some of the time, that shit wouldn't even work in your DVD player. I don't even know how
Not
they
in the
got away with that.
PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they got away with that shit, dude.
Well, I don't know how much of it was them and how much was people like, we're gonna keep the real one and gonna send in our bootleg back.
Yeah, it's possible
Oh,
that happened.
Jesus. Good luck with that, Tyson, man.
Oh,
Just,
Tyson, I'm sorry, man. Yeah,
oh,
that's
fuck. Yeah, just light that shit on fire. Then you ain't got
inventory is boring.
Yeah, just take
Oh
that.
no, inventory at Blockbuster was great.
Michael
Inventory
Scott.
at Blockbuster was the shit. I used to smoke cigarettes inside the store during the aisles. I was scanning shit. I was like, doot, doot, doot.
You got the cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Yeah, I had a little ash cup. It was
The ash was like 3/4 down. He's like, oh shit, oh shit.
yeah. We just
You
got
see,
paid, like,
you
all
see
night.
how long he had before he had to get in the cup, and then he has to yank the cup back every once in a while.
Oh,
I used to do inventory. I had to do overnight inventories all the time, once a month, and I would make pizza for all my team members. It would be the crazy pizza times. Chicken and waffle pizza and quesadilla pizza. It's crazy stuff I would do. But then they had to be there overnight, so they got fed.
See, watch. Tyson's gonna win the wheel once we eventually get to it.
All right, let's go.
All right, next.
It's been
Last
an
bit of
hour
Netflix
until
news. Well, we talked about CGC for a while, so that kind of.
We did. That was like a half hour.
They're doing the crackdown of the passwords. They launched it in some other countries before, and they're charging like to people in Canada paying $8 to add 2 more people. So if you want to share your account, So they weren't being so hard on. They weren't sharing it. Being able to share your password wasn't a big deal, but they're definitely like going to crack down a lot more on it. So
It's like every family member goes, "I got you got Netflix. Your mom has it. Your dad has it. Your sister
yeah,
has
everybody has it.
It's
Yeah,
all over the place."
Exactly.
Anyway,
so it's coming.
We've always
Still be
paid for all of ours. Nothing's gonna change for us.
So, in a surprising bit of news, Paramount Plus announced that they're making a movie based on. Can you click the bonus
Based off
news?
of an Oscar winner. Like, oh shit, we got
Oscar
an Oscar winner.
Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh
Let's give her her own movie.
will be getting her own movie based on Star Trek Discovery. So it's going to spin off of that, and it's going to be a movie that goes straight to Paramount Plus.
Because nobody watches Paramount Plus and nobody watches this horse shit, so that makes perfect sense.
I thought you would be very excited about the Star Trek movie, Marco.
I don't even know what the fuck this is.
Michelle Yeoh.
I don't know who that is.
Speaking of Paramount Plus, they are also they have set its cast for the Knuckles spin-off show.
Whoa, hold on. Chef, big balls and good luck to you. You get the bell for this one. I'm glad. Can't wait to tell the mother-in-law that she needs to get her own account.
Ring the bell.
Get out of here,
Nice.
bro. That's amazing.
Nice.
Good luck.
Oh,
Good
have
luck
you
with
ever
that
had
shit.
somebody use your account before?
Me? No, because all of us have
Well,
had.
because then you get the weird ass recommendations. I can't tell you the day I went into my Netflix account, I was like, what the hell are all these Filipino movies doing in here? That's what I get for letting my mom use my account for a weekend.
No, bro. We don't. Well, no, especially considering how Netflix started off, and I was gonna say it there. Like me and my brothers, especially because we all went to different colleges, and then some of them moved out of state. We kept together with Netflix because you could download your brother's stuff. So they would just put DVDs to send to your house. So we kept sending shit back and forth to each other's house after we watched it to each other. So Netflix is really cool. Anyways,
Knuckles.
Knuckles is coming to Paramount Plus. It's going to take place in between Sonic number 2 that came out recently and Sonic 3 that's coming out later. Knuckles will be training Wade as his protege and teach him the ways of the warrior, according to the official line. So, yep, he already. So we'll see. Those are the same people. They have already finished their casting. Some of the people that were in the movie will be in there, and then.
Do we know if it's going to be like CGI or if it's going to be like animated or?
It's going to be the same thing that it always is.
I'm guessing it's going to be like the movie, but I don't know for sure.
Well, that's a lot of money to spend for a TV show. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, but I got money.
Paramount Plus.
Money,
I guess.
Yeah.
Do they?
All right, let's get to the comics.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Who the fuck? Who here pays for Paramount Plus? Pete, the fuck you get so much shit you don't even watch nothing.
Yeah,
you're the one
only
person.
thing I don't have is Apple.
I actually want Paramount Plus so I can watch Beavis and Butthead, but that's the only reason I'd watch it.
He said wood.
I forget why we got Paramount Plus. There was something.
Beavis.
There's a lot of good shows on Paramount Plus.
That was a pretty good Butthead.
That was good.
Insane.
That's pretty cool.
Whatever. All right. So nobody but Pete. All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. So this was the big news. Comixology went away, I think, last year sometime, and Amazon absorbed it. And a whole bunch of creators that were part of that. And the publisher has announced Distillery. That's what it looks like. They're going to make digital comics. Yeah. Digital comics, regular print comics, limited edition comics, and other things.
Oversized print comics?
That's another thing they're going to do. Yeah. So one of the things that they said they're going to do is make digital comics that are like they're going to be collectible in some way, but they're not NFTs. So anyway, can you click the one more time?
Holy fuck. That's hilarious.
So this is a list of creators that are associated with this. The big thing is that they will all own part of the company. That was part of a whole bunch of creators were posting online that they're going to be owner.
Isn't this the same group that was in the Substack group, or like what was the other one they had?
That was Gideon and
which was the one that Tinian. Yeah, Tinian's in this one. Yeah, it's half these guys
down there too. You're right.
Yeah, hey, dude, fuck. How many times is it not going to work and you just going to keep trying, though, bro? Good for you. Put it on it, bro.
I did the first year of the Substack.
They announced it. They're going to.
Gee, the Wayseeker, don't fall for this, Dom.
Yeah, Dom, don't fall.
Yeah, don't do it, Dom.
You know what? Wayseeker might be able to hop on now.
Yeah.
When we get to it.
All right, let's keep going. This was big news. So hit this. Now this. Marvel will be launching Marvel Zero, which will reprint the free comic book day issues that are coming out in 2 weeks.
What?
So they're going to release free comic book day issues, but then they're going to reprint them in July and sell them to you.
How you fucking idiots have screwed this shit up. I fucking beyond.
Free. If you go on May 4th and get them from your comic shop for free.
Well, they don't. I mean, technically they're 10 cents, but people now are charging for those fucking things anyways. Well, this is just, you can't have nice fucking things. Once again, you can't have fucking nice things. People fuck this shit up.
Anything big
fuck
this
it
year
up
for free comic book day?
These nuts. What was that? That's not funny. Who did that?
Surprise.
Dom had that? Nice.
Yeah.
I like throwing a few surprises. You missed them last week, I think, but there was definitely some in last week's too.
There was. I got lulled into a sense of.
Nothing was appropriate until this one.
Where was that?
You have to go back and
go back. In the thing.
It's in the thing. Go back. Oh, it's like tied to do it? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like tied.
Do it again. These nuts are always free. Hey, give it to Bruce too. Oh, jeez. All right,
ring the bell.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of this. I don't understand why they're going to make you pay for it. I get that it's going to be a universe-altering story and characters will never be the same again. I get all that, but they're free. Or, you get them from the comic shop.
Because nobody loves the first appearances of free comic book day book.
So Marvel Zero will be coming out in July. Yeah, so we'll see how this experiment. The problem is people are probably going to buy it.
Because they'll put variant covers on it, too.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll have a 1 in 100.
Oh, they'll definitely have that. So, So anyway, yeah, I thought that was one of the dumbest things that I've seen in a while. DC Comics is relaunching Green Lantern #1 again.
What's everybody still got leftover rings they're going to give away?
Yeah, green rings are coming out. So I guess they've done this twice before now with all the different colored rings.
All the colors. They had yellow, purple.
They got the whole rainbow.
Yeah, still sells those motherfuckers. Every Motor City, the booth that I help out with.
He sells the rings?
Oh, yeah, we kill it, dude. We kill it on the fucking rings. I bring them into other stuff, too, sometimes. I bring them into other shows. Yeah, we kill on this shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Can you hit it?
Oh, yeah.
So a repeat of 2019 or 2009 and 2013. For every 50 copies of #1 that the retailers order, they can order a bag of 50 rings. So they got to order 50 to get a bag of 50, and then it's going to cost $5 for this book. So if you pre-order 50 copies of this book, you can get 50 rings for yourself.
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
You have the rings on all your hands?
You can put them on your toes, Tom.
Yeah, you can wear them all.
Choking hands.
All right. So I got a couple gaming things. Choking hands. So in Nintendo news, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is a sequel to Breath of the Wild, got an awesome trailer last week. They showed us some amazing stuff. It's totally different. They've been giving us little tidbits. They gave us 10 minutes of game footage, but that trailer last week gave us more than anything ever. It will be on Switch in a mere 3 weeks, I believe. And it looks amazing. It takes place a couple years, I think, after Breath of the Wild, which was probably the biggest Zelda game ever, and this is even bigger than that.
I still haven't.
Ring the bell!
Sorry, go ahead.
I bought the game for myself on my son's Switch, and I played a little bit of it, but
yeah, when I first started, I played a little bit. Then I came back to it like a year later, and then finally started playing. What's really good about this game for me is my wife asked me to play it so she can watch. because she likes watching this game, watching me play this game. I don't know, people watch people play video games,
Yeah,
but
I used to watch my brother play all the time.
yeah.
Certain games, it was just
Wait a
just
minute,
relaxing.
didn't Marco say he doesn't watch people play video games?
No, I said it on TV.
No, you said you watch, but he doesn't watch. But then now he just told us about Tim the Toolman
when
Taylor
he
that
said
he
about
watches.
Tim the Toolman Taylor,
Yeah.
tattooed,
Interesting.
whatever.
He went off on this whole tirade about people not watching other people play video games a few weeks back.
Yeah, I don't know.
My wife was upset about that.
Well, he ran off.
Yeah, he took off. I knew he didn't want to hear it.
That's all right.
Sorry. So, Super Mario Brothers theme will be the first video game music inducted into the U.S. Library of Congress. So the guy all the way on the right is the guy who composed that music. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So he's the one that composed it originally. It's technically called the ground theme. And it will be, or has been inducted into the Library of Congress, along with a bunch of other stuff. And this was the first time a video game thing has done that. So
I'm surprised it took this long.
yeah, right. But video games, they're finally taking them seriously. So
yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
Oh, this goddamn game! This is never coming out.
Yeah, this game's never coming out. It's been delayed like twice now, I think.
Who's gonna care?
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't care, but I thought this was the
That's what
first.
I mean. I
This
didn't
is
care
the
to
first
begin
news
with.
story I put in there. So
Now it's like 3 years removed from the last movie.
yeah.
That it's kind of tied to a little bit, sort of, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah. It was pushed back once and it's pushed back again. So yeah, February of next year. If you're waiting for this game, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, because when was the comic series? Was like 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So in other news, over Xbox related, this guy who originally worked on the original Halo games, he left Microsoft or Bungie, I guess it was.
Yeah.
He left them to go do something else, and then had to come back to help finish Halo Infinite because they made such a mess out of it. And now he's leaving to go over to Netflix to go work on games for Netflix.
Games, huh?
Yeah, Netflix games. He will be doing a AAA rated game. He's leaving Microsoft to go do this and streaming version of games, I guess. So we'll see what Netflix does with games. So maybe a Stranger Things game. That's just a theory, rumor.
Maybe.
There's nothing official. But something along that line, I would guess they're going to take one of their own properties to make a game out of to start with.
Telltale should do a Stranger Things game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Halo Infinity the longevity on that didn't do so good, did it?
It came out hot, but yeah, I don't think it
For like 2 days and then fell off. Yeah.
it didn't maintain
Yeah.
above.
Well, he had to come back to fix the project.
Well, he didn't fix shit if it only lasted 2 days.
Sonic waffles.
So if you ever wanted a Sonic waffle, now's your chance. Sega has partnered with Uncanny Brands to do this, but the only
How
way
much
you
are
can get
these?
it, you have to go to Dave & Buster's and get tickets.
Get the fuck out of here. Go fuck
Only-
yourself. Go fuck yourself.
The only way to get this.
No. Some fucking lady's gonna have this shit on Etsy in 2 weeks. Same fucking shit's gonna be a little bit off. The printing on the front's gonna be a little funny. The blue's gonna be a different fucking cover. It's gonna do the same shit.
It's
Etsy,
Sonic
you check
with
it
a
out.
K.
Yeah, Sonic.
This shit will be on Etsy for $4.99.
He's a purple hedgehog, but it doesn't matter because the waffles.
Hey, who
will
gives
come
a
out
shit? The
looking
waffle
Waffles
comes out
look
looking the
the
same way.
same.
That's all my kids want. They ain't give a shit. Nope. Not going to no Dave and Buster's.
They had in GameStop. They had a Boba Fett waffle maker.
Yeah, but at least you were able to buy it. You didn't have to
you
go
can
buy
buy
it
it if you
Yeah,
want
what
it.
does
Right,
that have
right.
to do with Dave and Buster's?
I'm just saying.
Got a couple of toys.
Busters.
waffle collectibles. And I think
Me too.
We got our
Hey,
new
me too.
category
Me
for
too.
Weird World.
Hey, me too,
Collectibles.
comic one, because if it comes down to it, I'm just gonna grab all them balls and walk the fuck right up like I was a little kid and put all that shit in the hundreds walk back, grab all them tickets, and get myself one of them waffle makers.
You realize you have to probably spend about 3.5 hours doing that consistently to get enough tickets to win.
No, I got you.
Unless
Forget,
unless you were like, you could pull those tickets out of there and.
I'm gonna bring the whole.
Yeah, you get that steady pull, not too hard.
Right. And then you go to the next machine because you don't screw that machine up. So you gotta go to the next machine and do the same shit.
And a couple minutes later, they have to call the attendant to come fix that machine that you messed up.
That's right. Absolutely. While you're doing it, to
I
the
don't know
machine
what
next to
happened.
it.
I don't
Why
know
you
what
doing it to the
happened.
machine next to it? I don't know, guy. I don't know, guy.
It was like that when I got here.
Yeah. All
right. Let's talk about a couple toys. The Transformers has issued a Optimus Prime from the Armada universe. This is roughly 20-some years old now, Armada. So they are putting one out, and this is available for pre-order now. Can you hit the?
Speaking of this, aren't you guys doing something on this on Friday, Don?
Yeah.
About this?
Yeah, we're talking about Transformers. On
No,
Friday.
this upcoming Friday. Yeah.
A little bit more enthusiasm about your show on Friday.
No.
Make sure you guys are tuned in because they're going to do a real special thing.
Enthusiasm on the show.
Yeah, there we go. On MCM, make sure you check them out, especially if you like Transformers. I hear they got a great Transformer segment coming in on Friday. MCM Rennavision
Hey, I'm a
live
huge Transformer fan. So
every Friday. Did I just say Saturday? Every Friday. So there we go.
Yes, Friday.
They just came out with the Megatron, the Armada Megatron, the last drop.
All right.
Gotcha. So this goes with the Megatron. Nice. Okay. It's available for pre-order now. Be coming out later in this September, and you can order it for $90.
I actually like the Transformers now because they make them look like the cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. So, so Mondo, which still exists, even though through rumors of its demise, Funko owns them, and they had laid off a bunch of people a while ago, but they're still putting stuff out. This Gambit figures coming out. Exactly. Can you pop the little text? 1/6 scale, so it's a 12-inch figure. There's already 3 other figures out in this run. It's a Magneto, Jubilee, and a Wolverine. And this will be the 4th figure in that run. Comes with extra head. $215 pre-order. I'm sure there's a limited one version as well, but you get all this stuff. But all of Mondo's figures have been around this price range.
Yeah, actually, the last one I bought was Hordak.
Oh yeah, they do the Master Universe as well. So yeah. So
not buying none of this shit.
Not 125 AOA, 215.
That's too much for me.
215, no.
Also the size, that's too big of a figure. Like I don't need to store that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you 125, you 215. I pay about $1.50 for this.
Listen, I got my Hot Toys that are worth like $200-$300. My Hot Toys.
How much?
Actually, I'd give you 35 because it has a lot of extra pieces. I'd pay a collector's.
Yeah, but I don't even want. I don't even want the one they got there with what's her name?
Oh yeah, I'm not going to use the Mystique half and half head.
Yeah.
You don't occasionally want to put the ponytailed Gambit on.
And I don't want the arc thing either, like stupid or the gold bar. I just want or the whip. I just want the or the blaster. I just want the pull and then one card so they can throw it. That's it. I don't need all this bullshit. Oh, and all that. What the whip thing? Get the fuck out of here with that.
You said you wanted a bow.
That's
the bow, the
animated,
staff.
The animated Gambit from the X-Men animated series.
Yep, that's what they're doing. Is their whole run is all animated figures. So I thought this was a funny little thing. Christopher Lee, they're making his Dracula figure from his Dracula movie. Why I don't know. The demand I don't know, but these Christopher Lee still got money coming in.
Yeah, you can have him fight Dooku.
Right, there you go.
Can you even take him off the thing?
It looks like he's fighting off a Dooku right now.
Yeah, I think you can. I think it's just a stand that he comes with.
This is fucking horrible.
Yeah, it looks like they I don't know.
What's up, JJ? How you doing, man?
Is that a candlestick? Your pieces are a bunch of crippled hands and a candlestick. All right, that sounds great.
All right. Anyway, next story.
Oh boy,
another one. I think. Here we go. So,
fucking hell.
I know, isn't that crazy?
We're almost done.
Yeah. So this was a weird little thing.
I can't wait
that I couldn't leave out. Arby's Arby's. That's right. The restaurant that sells roast beef.
Oh, I'm
sandwiches.
going. I got that meats.
Better food and cooler people.
They have the meats.
What do they have? What do they sell at Arby's?
They are bringing back their
The
limited
sandwich?
edition Dungeons and Dragon tabletop dice.
Just like
That's
a
right.
movie
They're bringing
promotion?
it back. I guess in 2021 they put out these dice in promotion with Dungeons and Dragons.
They got the Arby's logo right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got the meats, bro.
Nothing flashy about these dice except for they have the Arby's logo and inside is a hat. The Arby's hat, it looks like, is in there.
Oh, there's meat inside.
Tiny cowboy hat. So their old school logo is on there.
They salami?
Yeah,
I
they still
never-
got the beef sandwiches, right, with the sauce.
Roast beef, the beef and cheddar.
Cheddar,
Yeah.
man.
Dude,
if I roll
I'll tell you this.
50,
I'll tell you this. I'll order one of those and 50 sides of that sauce. I like that sauce.
The
If
Arby's
I roll
sauce.
crit, do I get a
All
free
those
sandwich?
Dungeons and Dragon fans will be grabbing shopping bags full of these things.
But here's the thing. They said they sell for tons of money on eBay. I didn't look it up to verify this, but the article that I read, they sell for lots of money. You hardly see them come on eBay. People don't want to give them up because they're unique. You get a full set of dice, and I wrote what they all were because I don't know what a full set of dice means.
What do you got to buy?
I don't know. I don't know what there was no further information, but they're coming soon. As soon
Gonna
as
buy
I
the
get more information, Marco, I'll make sure I update you on this
Let
one.
me ask you a question. Okay, because I haven't been to the fast food joint in a fucking long
Ooh,
ass
they
time.
want $350 for a set.
$350.
So,
$200. There's a $200 set.
I mean, seriously, I know Arby's sells the meats, but is it really all you buy at Arby's still is the fucking that one sandwich and then the one
No,
sandwich?
they got other
the
things.
fake
but
cheese?
That's really what you want.
Oh, they got Reuben sandwiches. They got grilled cheese. I think they have a.
I got chicken salad from there before.
You buy a
Curly fries.
grilled cheese sandwich from a fucking fast food joint?
Yeah, some of them are good, man.
You want to
grilled
get the curly
cheese.
fries.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the curly fries.
They got
Yeah,
the
they
curly
got the
fries
curly
too.
You know what they should do? They should combine Arby's with fucking White Castle, and then they could have them roast beef sandwiches, curly fries, and clams.
Hey, don't give me any ideas, man.
Wait a second. You're making fun of fast food, Joe. You want to buy clams from a fast
Oh,
food
I'm not
joint?
buying any of that shit. No, I'm not buying that shit. But
Clams.
I've
Yeah,
invested
the
in some
burgers-
shit
the
like
burgers
that.
are pretty-
Yeah,
not
burgers
bad.
are good.
No, have you never had the clams from the razor clams from
Yo,
fucking
speaking
White
about
Castle?
burgers, Wendy's has a
No, we're not speaking about burgers. I'm asking y'all
just
haven't
saying.
had the razor clams from fucking White Castle.
No.
No.
oh,
No.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all eat some bullshit. You don't eat
No.
the actual good things.
listen. The last time I ate White Castle, I was in the bathroom for a month. What are you talking
Wait, I
about?
want to hear about what's happening at Wendy's, Dom. What's going on at Wendy's?
It's a T-Rex burger.
What is that?
$21.
What does that even mean?
What are we doing? We're not doing this show
Really?
again. It
I
didn't
got
do well
to
last time.
Wendy's. I gotta go take a look.
$41.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
There
I
was
might.
our news.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the other
under
thing. Hey, you go smell your dice are gonna smell like roast beef, bro.
ocean meats.
Dude.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to.
Make you roll for a side of jalapeno poppers.
We
Yeah,
promised it after the news, so I got to do it now. For
Them
those
Arby
who-
boys are dope as shit, though.
Them Arby boys.
They took that out of it. They took that out of. Wasn't that on the east side? Was that on the east side that happened, Dub?
I thought no Woodward in 14.
Is that where that was? Where are they? In Birmingham?
Yeah, Royal Oak. It's technically Royal Oak.
Oh, Royal Oak. All right.
We're gonna do this to
Right
get
by
this
that Beaumont?
meal done.
You know somebody that lives out right there, actually.
I
My
do.
boy lives close there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, just to show you here, I got everybody's name. These were the comments from the tax show last week. The yellow ones were from the Mail Call Madness Friday
What
show.
the fuck is this?
So-
Why are we got spreadsheets on this?
Because that's
This,
where I got.
this
I grabbed
show's
their
really
names.
gone to shit. I must say. News took 6
Well, if you
hours.
stop
We've got
talking, I could
spreadsheets and
finish
shit
this.
now. I don't
Hey,
know.
news
You
is
make
just
this
go.
go
We
longer.
talked about
interrupt
CGC for 30 minutes. 30 minutes of CGC. That's why they want to put it in the news.
Exactly.
Mark always about links to the show. It's like half of it's his rants so far.
Hey, listen, I love them Arby boys. Is all I'm saying.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, they do. If you see,
What they do
them
care
Arby
about
boys
is they
before.
want the free shit.
They want
and
the
I'm
free
trying to give it to
prize.
them.
Could you just give it to AOA? He deserves it.
If
He
if
does.
I win the wheel, do I get free Arby's dice?
No,
Yes,
no.
Marco's
I-
going to take you to
No,
Arby's.
bro, JJ.
Marco will get
I,
the Arby's dice and
I
Arby's
would,
sauce.
but I don't even know how to get them because the whole story was there's Arby dice. We don't know how to get them, and we don't know how much they sell for.
They're not
What
telling
the
you.
fuck is that? That's not even a fucking thing.
They didn't tell us yet. They just announced it.
Yeah. It's not anytime soon. The writer's strike.
Yeah, the writer's strike is happening. What do you want me to do?
We spent
Nobody can
30
write
minutes on actually talking about something like fucking CGC
Anyway,
prices.
let me do the giveaway.
Giveaway time.
Talk about
We
Arby's
already,
Raiders.
Zaggy,
Here,
I haven't run to you. I'll buy you
everybody
for
who
your
commented. You're all in here. I'm going to shuffle this up a couple of times. And
Looks
we,
like they
do you want me to
just
show
sell
what the
them.
prize was, or you guys
They just
remember?
sell them for $12.
Do you guys remember what the prize was? Do you want me to show them or no?
No, just click and go.
I got to shuffle it a few times. Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
You don't have to do any of that shit.
Yeah, because you don't do it right.
What? You don't do it right. Somebody's gonna get butt hurt either way.
Here
Nobody
we
does
go.
that in this show.
BK, we just talked about Arby's. If your name was Arby's for life,
Tom and T. Congratulations. You are the big winner for that prize. Again, there's a T-shirt in there. There's a slab in there. There's a bunch of books.
It's all
AOA,
Star Wars
I would
stuff,
riot.
Tom, all Star
AOA, I
Wars.
would riot. I would riot at this point. AOA, I would burn shit down.
Tom, make sure you.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
what
back
the
to
heck
me.
thing? If you have IG, hit me up on IG. That's probably the easiest way. But if you don't, you can send an email to Rennavision1@gmail and get me your address so this way I can mail all that stuff
Good
out
job.
to you.
Good job, man. Who the? Yeah. No, I know who Tom and T is. He might actually be here.
I haven't seen him yet tonight, but yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, I've seen
So
him.
Yeah, I see
Tom-
Tom all the time.
Yeah.
How long does he
But I
have
don't
to
know.
claim the prize, Pete?
I don't know. Until I get bored by it. And if I don't hear from you, it's going to get over and do another prize and give it away. Because that's what some of the things in here are somebody didn't take those foils from our last giveaway. So they
Nice.
got thrown in this pack.
Well, if it's Tom and T, we should give them all Star Wars stuff.
But you know what?
Why?
I felt
What's
bad.
Tom-
Because he hates Star Wars, remember?
Yeah, remember? Yeah.
That's right. He keeps asking us why we have all that Star Wars. Yeah.
Real quick, since we have this up,
On the Star Wars
I'm
show,
going to
he's
spin
asking what we're
it, spin it
talking
again
about.
for a secondary little prize. Real
Holy
quick,
shit, the whole crew's here.
you're going to get a DNA Scarlet Witch. You're going to get another one of these Villa Lobos 1 in 25s. And you're going to get a signed Black Cat Campbell, with COA. So
Wait a minute, is this a bonus prize?
This is a bonus, unannounced. I'm just going to give away another.
Holy
Congratulations on the comics, Tom.
Because I give stuff away. I don't care.
So that was not Tom's prize. This is a new
That's
prize.
not Tom's prize. I can show Tom's prize, but you guys saw it all last week.
Wait,
It's got a whole
we're
stack.
not doing this once. We're doing it twice now after we complained about
so
how
I'm
long
gonna
it took.
move Tom from the
Holy
wheel.
shit.
Bonus.
We're gonna run it again for whoever's left.
Bonus prize.
Bonus
New
prize. Same details apply.
Dun, dun, dun,
Hit me up
dun.
with your address and I'll
Dun,
mail
dun,
it.
dun.
I'm glad the chat's paying attention to
No
cost to you.
Shit, eh? Super Guy Murph?
Oh,
No shit.
Spidey Guy
Murph.
Oh, good for
We
you.
were just talking to him earlier.
Nice.
What's up, Spidey Guy? What's up, Murph? He's got the 9.9.
yeah, Spidey Guy Murph, you get that secondary prize. So again, reach out to me. If you don't know how to reach out to me, just comment on the video below after this, and we'll figure out a way for you to get me your
Are those all
info.
Spidey comics too?
One of them. No, Scarlet Witch, Spidey, and I
Scarlet
forgot
Witch
the last one. Yeah.
All right, so with
Very
that,
nice, Spidey.
since you got all the boys here, do you want to talk Mando for a minute?
I guess it's time to talk Mando,
I
right?
guess we're not going to do comic review because we're way over time. Good thing I wasted my time putting that all together. All right, we're going to try. So if Dom gets muted, we just know he didn't follow the rules because he's been warned. We're just going to ask a few questions and not spoil anything. So you don't have to leave. We're not going to spoil
No
anything
spoilers.
for you guys.
Yeah, Tom, look out for this. If you see this, stop.
So I want to do really quick say welcome Jedi, Wayseeker, and Dom and JJ. Thank you all for being here to talk about this with us.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Welcome.
Did you watch it, Dom? Did you watch it at 3 a.m. again?
Yes, I did.
Bet your ass he
Holy
did.
shit! You really
He
wasted.
said he was
time.
going to watch it at 3 in the morning. What?
So I guess the first question that's not going to spoil anything is, did you enjoy the episode? Pete, what are you taking a piss over there?
Yeah.
He's like looking down. He's looking down. He's like, oh shit.
What do,
That's
what
what
do
he
you want?
thought. Okay, we got Pete's answer. Jedi, what'd you think? Did you like the last episode?
What do you want? A number? Do you want a yes or no? What are you
Yeah.
looking for?
Do it out of 5, just like Joe.
Mute.
One of you guys haven't been laughing at my jokes. Is this a yes
Three,
or no
three.
question?
Hey, 3. Go ahead. Yeah, I mean, you can elaborate a little bit. Like, yeah, I enjoyed most of it, whatever. But yeah, don't. I mean, like, let's not.
So when I initially since I won't do any spoilers. I hope I'm not doing any spoilers. Since I'm not going to be here on Sunday, let's stop me. So yes or no, I liked it. I liked it until I stopped and started kind of thinking about it as I tried to go to sleep, because I watched it before I went to bed last night. My only thing that I did that really bugged me, and it bugged me through the show, is a couple episodes back when they were chasing that pterodactyl. Their jetpacks ran out of fuel pretty quick. Boy, they sure didn't run out of fuel.
No, they did
I
not.
know.
There was a shit ton of
They had
fuel.
the extra strong, the ultra batteries or something going in the jetpack, because they were flying a lot. But other than that, yes or no question. I liked it, and then I liked it.
Even unnecessarily, because they did some things that didn't make any sense.
Yes.
All right, Dom. We know what. Even though,
Well, listen, I enjoyed it.
good.
I enjoyed it.
I was worried about that.
My only peeve about it was that it was short.
Don't. You don't have to lie. That's not your only.
No,
That's not your only beef. That
Oh,
was
It's only
You
people
know
allowed to talk
somebody
about
that
today.
we all thought was going to show up.
No, listen. It didn't seem rushed. No, it was. I like how it began too. With it went right into the action, so it was really good. That was the.
That was the one thing that was weird. It literally seemed like last week's episode and this episode.
Yeah, they just kind of cut it.
Yeah, they cut it.
One. It's just like they stopped it.
They
That actually
cut
was
it.
super awkward.
They
It was
cut it
super
to two.
awkward.
It was a one episode. They were going to do it, but then they cut it. They made it 8 episodes. But
No, I
yeah,
think they always planned on making 8 episodes. He just it's
Yeah,
weird.
that's
There's a
just-
couple things we're talking about.
Dom threw a wide net of people that were characters that might appear, and none of them appear.
Well, okay, so that's like an
No.
interesting thing. There's,
Well,
I think we got to clarify this. There is guaranteed going to happen.
Yeah.
I would like to happen.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. These are 3 different things. The only one we ever yell at people about is guaranteed to happen. I like it. I like it to happen. It's a complete, and I think it's kind of blurred at this point. I will tell you this. I don't even know what to say about that.
Raise your
wife
hand if
turned
you
around.
follow Dom on IG. Raise your hand if you follow.
I
Dom on
watched that.
IG.
I watched that ahead
Did
of
you
time.
watch his video on IG that came out probably 6 hours before the episode?
Yes.
my wife,
That day was nuts.
my wife grilled me on that. She's like this.
I watched 3 quarters and then I don't know how to work the IG, so I was trying to watch it, and then something happened, and then start over, and you can't fast. Can you fast forward the fucking IG?
Yes.
I don't fucking know how to do that shit. So
So
I'm
my
just-
wife
fast
turned
forward
around and
wherever
told
you
me,
wanna go.
because she was there when I made the video, and she was like this. She goes, "Let me ask you a question." She goes, "First of all, why you call it a theory?" She goes, "What I wish." That's 1. 2, and then this morning she's like this. So how did it go? And I went,
Dom,
You
just
were-
because
you
Dom
were
been
open.
talking chat all day today, I thought Dom might have quit Star Wars. That
yeah, I
my
thought he
point.
was. I'm glad that he's not. I'm glad that he's not. That see, because that was. I actually asked the question to a couple people. Like, dude, do you think people are going to be
I
mad because
actually
the shit didn't like?
you
Shit
know,
didn't,
look, I got my over-exaggerated imagination about things, but I can honestly say one thing. I kind of like understood the episode when you watch it. The episode was about and the
get ready with the button.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just saying that my theories and whatever I said or whatever my wishes or something like that were a little too way out there. But I can honestly say that it was good. Like I said, I did enjoy it. And too bad we have to wait till like 2025 or 26 until we get Mando season 4.
It's like
Because-
30 degrees here, dude.
Because look how long it took from Mando season 2 to season 3.
All right. So next, go ahead, Dub. Did you like it? Because everybody's got a different run on this.
I did like it. I probably enjoyed this season more than most of you because I am not as I've been a Star Wars fan for a long time, but not as much as most of you that are on the Star Wars show.
Lunatics, yeah.
I kind of gave up on Star Wars for a while and came back to it. With the Mandalorian show, like after I saw the second sequel, I didn't finish the second sequel movie. Once I saw that, I was done with Star Wars completely. So I took a big break with everything. I never got into novels and books besides the Heir of the Empire. So I read Heir like years ago. So I enjoyed this. I thought it was fun. I don't expect. I'm not looking for Oscar-worthy performances. I'm not looking for Emmys. I'm looking to enjoy. I get to see jetpacks and laser swords and spaceships and fights, and I got all of that in this episode. And it's not the best thing I've ever watched, but I definitely enjoyed it.
All right, so somebody who is looking for Emmy worthy, or the complete opposite, I guess, of the coin of yours, and is a big fanatic of Star Wars. JJ, what did you think of this episode?
I thought it was all right. It was pretty good.
Wow.
That's glowing praise from JJ.
I have certain criticisms,
Which we will do on Sunday for sure.
which we'll do on Sunday. I'm not gonna go.
Which, by the way, you've put some of those in our private chat, and I don't think they're untoward. Like, I think you have some very valid points overall. Once again, I don't think it's much different.
Yeah,
than
well, I don't know what JJ said, but I got some questions about this episode too. We'll save for Sunday because just logistics. Like what?
Yeah, fair. All right, Wayseeker, what'd you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. I'd probably give it a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, I get all that stuff about, jetpacks, all that stuff. That's just part of the course for Mando.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Star Wars.
Star Wars in general, right? Yeah.
Not in general. I feel like Andor broke that mold. Like things made sense.
Very true.
But, like this is Mando. I have all those. I just suspend that part. I enjoyed the ride. I thought it was good.
Yeah, Pete, what'd you think?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm a 4.5. I probably would say I'm a 3.5 kind of spot. It wasn't bad. Again, I got some logistical questions, but all in all, the story they told makes sense. Like, I know why they did what they did, and they got to a point where I see why they wanted to get there.
Okay. All right, yeah.
It's just some of the little things along the way were just like, huh? I thought he said he was gonna, but then he didn't go anywhere. Anyway, talk about it Sunday.
This is what I'll say. I think last week's episode, unfortunately, was better than this week's episode, and marginally better. And that was a little disappointing. And then it just said it felt not that I know Dom said the episode was too short. That's not what it felt like. It just felt as in like they just were like, oh well, we had to make this 8 episodes, so we cut the back end off the last episode. Let's finish it up and call it a day. There's a lot of things that they did in there, which was like, yeah, I get we're doing the 8,000 like callback thing to something else that's like irrelevant, and like there's a lot of questions that people have asked me today. And we're gonna get to one of them later. I think Dom already answered it, but I think some people were confused about it. And I'm like, how can people be confused about if people are confused about this at the end of it? I'm not quite sure you did a good job, but it's the Dave thing. He does it all the time, so whatever. Okay.
Well, he was sitting there at the bar.
Yeah, he was there. Way to spoil it, Pete. Why didn't anybody hit the button on Pete? Good job.
I think that's okay. I think that one's okay.
He froze.
Froze. You guys didn't realize that, did you?
Do you think did this last episode make the season better, worse, or the same as your criticism's been throughout or your critique's been throughout the whole season? Jenna, you can start with that one.
I don't know. I don't think I've been. I don't know if I've been overly critical of it throughout the season. I mean, it's kind of. I'm going to say it. Well, it's a hard question for me to actually go into without giving away, but
I guess I'm asking you: did it tie up the season? Did it tie up the season for you? Did this last episode tie the whole season?
Oh, well, I mean, it tied up more than the season for me until you and I were doing some chatting, and you kind of told me some things, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it tied up way more than the season until you kind of were telling me some things about, the way Filoni does his movies and things like that, things that I don't really follow as well as you guys do. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. All right. But yeah, I thought I liked this episode. It was fun, just like the rest of the season, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a good guy to answer these questions, but I enjoyed it just as much as it didn't tarnish the season in any way for me. So I liked it. I don't know.
Anybody else want to talk on that point?
Sure. I think it greatly enhanced the season. To me, it showed what people have been talking about. Who's the character? A lot to me. Like that was the question that people had. Lots of questions like who's the Mandalorian?
Oh yeah,
right. All that garbage
I don't know. Hey, wait,
I'm just saying that was a discussion that people
hold
had.
on, though. Okay, so yeah, but I don't think I'm willing to bet you. Not willing to bet you. I know for a motherfucking fact because of something somebody fucking said that didn't make a fucking difference. The people that were saying that the Mandalorian, the show title, The Mandalorian, is not about Din and like the family orientation of Din as the father figure and Grogu as a child figure, they still after this shit think no. They think the Mandalorian is about a group of fucking people with jetpacks that sometimes got no fuel and sometimes have a shit ton of motherfucking fuel. 100%. Dom, am I wrong?
I don't understand how
Dom, am I wrong?
No,
I'm not saying you're wrong, but that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
What? You know,
Well,
look,
no,
It got that part. It wrapped it up. It showed the story, and I mean, I felt like, yeah, it enhanced a lot of the questions that people had about where this show was going.
No, I agree with Wayseeker. I mean, I didn't necessarily know where we're going there, but yeah, as far as the theory that this show wasn't just about Din Djarin, this episode should have squadused that 100%, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mando just got Boba Fett. Like Boba Fett got Mandoed. Like Mando he got Bo-Katan.
Well, I keep turning the mic down, guys. I don't know. I'm just a very loud. I like my real voice is really.
look, I can say this. Look, the whole Bo-Katan, story arc from season 2 to now, this and that. It was always part of that plan. If you think about it, Clone Wars. It's to finish her arc because she had a lot. That was the finish.
That's my last question. Y'all think arcs and stories are finished, huh?
Well, Bo-Katan's
that shit ain't finished. That ain't done.
Well, it's done for now.
Unfinished almost.
We need to hold off on
They
that
actually
part.
left it. They literally. That's what I think the question would.
Don't go into the ending too much.
No, I know, but I'm not gonna say that. I think that's what Jedi said. Jedi said that all the stories were finished up, and I could see how some people may misinterpret that. But if you watch Dave's stuff, and even not just that, but like Westerns and Kurosawa and how they do things.
Well, then that's the thing. You can take that.
If
they were to end it, you could imagine what happens next.
You mean
like if
how
they never
ended
showed
Clone
us
Wars?
what happens next, it would have been ended.
Well, look.
Yeah, but that's not what he does. I mean, that's
I
not
know,
what
but
they
I'm just
do.
saying.
If you
a place where we can't pick it up,
we don't have to have another season. If they want to stop the show right now and it doesn't get renewed, it can be over and it's done. I agree with that.
So it was a safe ending. You're saying
Right,
it was
but
a safe ending.
we don't think it's going to be that.
That's my last question. Is like, do you think that that all this? I guess that was my last question without spoiling it. Do you think all the storylines that they put into this season, and I'm talking like the Mandalorian storyline of redoing Mandalore, I'm talking about Grogu storyline, I'm talking about Mando storyline, I'm talking. I mean, till the movie where we're going to supposedly have Thrawn and everybody and their cousins coming for Avengers Endgame. Do you think all those story arcs are done? You just said both was.
No.
I don't think any of them are done.
I don't think a single one is.
Everything. I think they left everything very ambiguous in my mind.
Oops.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, the Bo story. I mean, they left, and that's kind of like I don't.
Even though they left it open, I still think the Bo story is done. It's done.
Hold on.
But I would say that
It's the end of the season. Every fucking story's done for now. It's the end of the fucking season.
I know, but I think moving forward, her arc is done until later on when the Mandalorians have to rise to power again go against the same against Thrawn.
Well,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Dom. But I do think it's no longer tied to Den's quest. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
So, like, it's not tied to the future of the show, The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It could happen somewhere else.
It could
Exactly. Bo's story can go somewhere else, but it's no longer tied to Den's story.
Oh, it doesn't have to be, but we will talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think that
Boba
part is
Fett's story,
concluded.
but
I don't think the story itself is concluded.
I got a quick question for you guys. I don't think this is going to spoil anything. But the title of last week's episode, you guys remember what it was?
Yeah, it was so.
Oh, first thing JJ said were all the titles are trolls.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
why?
they're all true.
That was
I
never
came to that
addressed.
conclusion as well.
Oh, it's just so people can make YouTube videos and make shit up. But like, I mean, that's all they're giving them at this point. Because what was this? I don't even look at the titles till I.
Yeah,
put
today's was a total troll too. I
well,
think.
what's today's?
Today
I don't
was
look
the
at
return.
Today was the return, which okay, I can see.
And then
why.
last week
I have
is
no problem with
Spies.
that.
You know, and all this, you know,
Hi, Nathan.
I was a victim of who the spy was going to be. It turned out the spies turned out being.
No. Get ready.
Episode.
No, get ready. No. Time out. Let's not go there. We can do it on
Okay,
Sunday.
I was going to talk about last episode, but
Yeah, it was
Right.
last episode. But
Yeah, but by talking about last episode, you're also inferring.
Yeah,
this.
you're throwing.
yeah, because the people already who haven't seen the episode today. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
stop.
you're right.
Hard stuff. But yes, I think that I don't think titles mean shit. Like, but that's why I've never paid that much
Well,
attention.
there is a lot in the titles of each episode of Mandalorian.
No, there's not. There's
if
nothing
you
in
really
the title.
put,
Not in the last two for sure. I mean, I couldn't.
If
put out the
if
others.
you have to connect more than 7 degrees of Kevin's Star Wars bacon to this shit, to the title, that means there's not. If you have to pull out one of those, who's that dude on? Remember they had
don't have
Danny
to,
DeVito on the show that they're getting drunk, and they had those other two guys that were at the bar. They're always
Always
fucked up.
Sunny?
Always
And then
Sunny.
yeah, always sunny. That dude had that fucking all the
the
80,000
map,
things.
the roadmap, yeah.
Yeah, if you have to do that shit to fucking
you don't have to
explain
do that shit. I
No,
can
no,
give you at
because-
least 3 or 4 different valid responses to why this one was called The Return without having to reach. Like, it's easy to see. There's a number of things you could say. But last week's episode, I can't explain
Well,
why
if you
it
think
was
about it, on
pluralized.
Sunday, we'll talk about it. The reason why it was called The Return. If you think about it.
There's a
think
few different
about-
reasons you could call it that.
But
There
there's a
is-
few reasons
there's
you could call
two-
that. Is the point
there's
you don't
two
really know
reasons.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's
But
so
the-
ambiguous and open.
I
That,
guess
like,
it-
it could be
yeah.
hardly been about everything from that episode.
If you wanted to stretch a few things, I could say, yeah, sure, you could stretch a lot of things to fit that title, but nothing pops up.
I don't think
and just-
anything's a stretch.
I don't think it needs to stretch either.
But you don't,
In my
you
head,
don't think in the episode there's 2 things that mean the return.
Let's talk about it on Sunday. Let's
we can talk about that on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
We can talk about that on Sunday.
All right.
All I'm saying is yeah, I just don't get the last episodes. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it means that much. We'll talk about that shit on Sunday. All right. I got lost. Sorry. Yeah, I guess that's probably all we have for without spoiling shit. Unless
Yeah,
anybody has
without
anything
getting
else.
into it, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, it's really tough to get into it without getting into it. Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. I don't know. Whatever. We're not gonna get any more than a while. I think
What was question 2 again?
question
Not season.
2 was something about oh yeah. Well, I did want to see. Because Jedi brought this up. Does everybody else think there's going to be a season 4 of Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
definitely
mean,
think there will be.
original story?
Yeah, they're really
Okay,
got money
yeah.
on the table.
Do I think
Yeah,
it'll
all
make
right.
a sense? the way
Unless
they
it's
bring it back?
another show that they made, and Mandalorian 4 will come out down the road. Like the
Yeah, the reason I asked that question, and there was a reason I asked that question.
You're not the only person, dude. By the way, Jedi,
Well, it
you
is
wanna-
because of that conversation, and I'll be extremely vague. It was because of that conversation at the very end, at the very end of the episode. There was a conversation about things going forward, and that's what I based that question on. Is there going to be another episode? Or, I'm sorry, another series, or is Din just going to be a character that they plant here and there in other series, basically?
Yeah, like it does look like if they I think they're being fluid
Fluid to
enough.
boost ratings of other shows like Boba Fett.
I hate to say it though too, but I think they kind of learned from the past of certain actresses and actors not being brought back onto shows after they announced big things. So right now you could remove after this show, you could remove this entire portion of Mandoverse. You could remove all of it. You could remove Mando. You could remove Grogu. You could remove Luke Skywalker. I mean, you could remove all this stuff. I mean, obviously not Ahsoka because she's there coming up, but you could all the stuff that you did there. You can remove it if you had to, because Bo-Katan, Mandalorians, the rest of it. And I think that's kind of where they're getting. If Mando's not going to come out for another 2 years, and maybe even foreseeing a writer's strike, even though I don't get how that works because your writer's also a manager. So like, if
I
you're
don't get how that works either.
yeah, you're
Well-
the executive producer writing. I mean, dude, like I think you can write your own shit.
He's
I
gonna
guess.
strike. in concert with him, but at the same time probably be writing stuff.
Yeah. Is he gonna? Well, you're one step from getting a band, so keep it up, dude.
And you
You're
can
gonna be the
also
first band ever on Rennavision.
You can also just go to Europe. It's only an American writer strike. So, like, what's going to stop you when you already do half of your shows?
Half your shows in Europe.
Just going
They're
over
just
to
gonna
Europe
get
if
stuff out
you
of
have
it
any
anyways.
worry about it. No, I'm
Yeah,
writing
right.
over there now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So there we go. I mean, yeah, that's just. I mean, it's. I think it's going to give them the gap so that they can move it 2 years. Which, I mean, I don't know when you guys were hoping for the Mando show, which I thought it would be, or the movie, which I thought it'd be closer to get the Thrawn movie out there. But looking at this, I think it gives you an option that you can move it for 4 years down the road. And if you lose somebody by the wayside because you can't re-up a contract, you can't. Somebody says something stupid, like somebody here said something stupid in chat, like you can just get rid of them. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with it. So.
Can I ask a question about the writer strike in Mando?
Please do.
So, movies don't count towards writer strike. Writer strike is a TV strike. Does potentially this alter the timeline for a movie?
But we were never given that timeline anyway.
Yeah, well, they would have to have a timeline.
No, but I mean, it's just like, is that part of? I mean, is that part of what's going on? Like, we just do a movie.
Well, I don't think this writer strike's going to take long. It's going to probably be resolved in a couple of weeks to a couple of months, whatever it is. I got a feeling that because the last one didn't last that long.
The last one
lasted long enough.
9 months.
Yeah.
We had
9
nothing
months?
on TV.
It's a long
You
time.
got more reality shows.
It's a little bit different environment though than last time, and also too,
Mando's a reality show, Star Wars reality show. That sounds good.
Cooking with
But
Jedi.
it's a much different environment than it was last time, as far as the options they have and the streaming they have. I think the writers are overreaching as a union. I don't want to sound like get too political on things here, but it did not go very well for them last time. If you look at what actually happened, it will probably go worse for them this time because things like streaming channels have the ability to pull shows. Like Netflix has very many shows from outside the U.S. that they can pull from. I mean, look at like the second season of Squid Game will be a huge hit. It's got nothing to do with writers in America.
Right.
For instance. So and streaming in general creates a whole different landscape than it did.
True.
What was it, 2008 or whenever they did this last. So I don't know. I think they're going to find it's a tougher road to hoe than they had last time. But
Yeah, maybe. We'll see though. I mean, you never know where that's going to slide. I mean, if you have, it was like 90% already. You know how that stuff goes. Then people start,
How much stuff is written? How much stuff is written? You think some of these shows are written already that they have?
that
put
doesn't
away?
matter so much either, though, because you still have to have the writers to touch up scripts and things.
Yeah,
like that.
that's the problem. Like
Yeah.
even
I
when
mean,
you
they
have it
create-
written, you gotta tweak
they
things.
create dialogue as an episode is literally being filmed.
Okay, what are you? Could you be more specific on what you're asking, Dom? Because I don't want to assume what you're asking. I think I know what he's asking, but this is kind of why we talked about this before about what actually is written and what's not. What are you asking? What's written and what's not?
No, I'm just saying that some of the story, like some of the scripts,
So-
some of the shows.
So when they're saying like, "Oh, we have this, where this person's going to write on," that's why we always make a big deal about this. When they say like somebody's going to write this, or somebody is going to do this, or this person has been announced to be the writer, that means they haven't even gotten to pre yet, which means they haven't even started writing it yet. So then, and that person right now, they're not going to start writing it. So they're going to take longer to get that. Even in a rewrite scenario or whatever the hell else it is, because as JJ said, you have your rewrites and you have your, like, there's people in the trailers while stuff's being shot that will be still rewriting shoot stuff for that day, depending on how stuff was shot and how the director, I mean, I don't want to get too busy into what they're doing, but they'll write stuff on the spot while that's happening. And then you'll have post stuff too. So all that is like, JJ's right, depending on where they do that.
Yeah,
they could have a writer there, depending on where that writer is claiming also too that they're like what guild they're a part of. But JJ, don't you think a lot of these writers are multiple guilds? Like at this point,
Yeah, but usually, like if you're in the Writers Guild is obviously the biggest, and if you're in that, they're not going to look too kindly upon if you're taking work for other companies and you're still in that union. I mean, usually when you're a part of that union. That union's in a work stoppage. Plus, there's other unions that strike in concert with them. So even there's more than one writers guild, the other writers guilds will also pledged to the same work stoppage a lot of times. Not so much out of the country, but striking sympathy kind of.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It worked
saying.
last time.
Or they'll start dragging their feet or whatever they have to do to make it work.
Mm-hmm. But eventually, some people, I think it'll be a quicker break to it than there was last time, just because it's such a different landscape. And there's a reason, you can say pay them the money, but it's deeper than that. And there's a reason why I think a lot of the streaming companies, especially, are more hesitant to pay them the money, so to speak.
Oh, dude, people, it doesn't matter what it is. People are always hesitant to pay people money. So, yeah. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, that's how it's always going to be. But yeah, so that will, Dom, if you're asking, it'll across the board put hold on. Okay. I mean, a lot of that stuff that was announced at Celebration is going to be, and I think that's what Wayseeker's saying. I mean, I think they're going to drag their feet, if not just time it out. Yeah. So. Okay.
And as far as network and television and stuff too, you're doing this in the period where you have time. Also, very few things premiere in the summer. On actual,
but also too, there's so much stuff that's already done. I mean, there's parts of post or that is already past post that you have. Like we're not withholding Skeleton Crew or Ahsoka, like shit that's already done.
What about the Acolyte? The Acolyte is written already? It's all written.
It's Europe. It's in Europe.
No, it's in Europe, so that doesn't matter. Yeah,
both Andor and Acolyte are in Europe, so they won't be affected.
And even if they try to drag their feet a little bit with that, it's like. I wouldn't worry about that so much.
Yeah, be fine.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks, guys. We're gonna get into. You guys can stay if you want to, but we're going to get into.
You want to stay to talk about skateboards real quick,
or comic reviews? Are we not doing comic reviews? We'll see you guys on Sunday.
I forgot about the comic reviews.
Well, listen, I got a wifey came home, so I want to talk to her a little bit. But
all right, yeah. Say hi for us.
Oh well, say hi, guys. Listen. It was definitely Sunday. Jedi tomorrow, Friday, right?
Yeah, don't forget about Sunday. Friday.
Wait,
what's happening on Friday?
Oh, we have
according to Dom, not much. I mean,
we have a huge show about Transformers and stuff like that on MCM. They'll call Madness Friday at 9 p.m. live. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, gents.
All right, Dom. Thanks a lot.
Good evening. Thanks for having me on for this short little thing, but it was good.
For sure. Well, it wasn't that short, was it? Fucking 2 hours already.
I know, right? What are you doing next? Comics or skateboards? I stick around for skateboards, but
all right, we can do skateboards. I coached a bunch of little shithead soccer players, and now I rushed to get the comics done.
Because you told me you weren't going to be able to do it, and I'm like, all right, well, let me get this.
Let's go. Let's talk about skateboards.
I'm curious about the skateboards. I'm curious about that.
All right, so let's talk about some skateboards. So give me a second to run the thing so I can get this. Where the hell is the thing?
Way to sell it. Yeah, that probably was Dom sells was one of the best. Jen, I thank God you're here to help sell your show. Dom,
where the hell is it?
Job. What are we doing? You know you have it?
I got it.
Oh.
Took me a second to find that.
Before we start, I just want to throw out there that this topic, I posted about this topic today on Instagram. I have been posting. I do post about the show. This topic made me post something that had my wife tell me it was my favorite thing I've ever posted ever on Instagram. She absolutely loved this post.
Big Avril Lavigne fan.
She's the biggest. The biggest.
What did I miss?
You gotta check on IG, Marco. Just like everybody else.
That a story. I reshared it too.
Mm-hmm.
Is Aggro Lavigne the one that did is Skater Boy or something?
Exactly.
Song? Okay.
Exactly. But we will enter the weird world. Or the world of weird collectibles. I always get it backwards.
Weird and wild stuff.
But this is about skateboard decks. Now, to kind of tie in, it's good that we're doing this right after Mando, because to kind of tie us into that, there are so many different ways we could go with this. Like, this is as deep a category as lunchboxes. Like, there's so many more things we could talk about as far as, like, genres and groups. So I started this one off with Star Wars. So I got a few Star Wars decks that are kind of cool. We got a Cantina
scene really cool,
here.
Dude.
Like, you got a whole scene. Obi-Wan, you got the arm laying there on the ground.
Yeah, we got it.
Over in the corner. Like, there's a lot going on here. This deck has sold for 170, 180, $300.
Wow.
Okay, what's an average deck go for though?
That's the tricky bit with some of these. Some of them get priced kind of high, where they're like 120 or so, like as they're limited edition. Other ones they could be as cheap as like $30, like when they come out. It's kind of hard to tell. I didn't go that deep into figuring out what the starting cost was for most of these, but I did check the range. Like some of them might be like 50 or 60. Some of the limited ones I saw were starting, like I said, like 100, 120. But this one, not too bad. There's none on the market right now, at least on eBay. So there were 3 sold, but I couldn't find any that were available. I found another Star Wars one that's kind of cool. Got a little bit Vader there. Kind of like the layout. It's on that wide board.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Good.
This one is sold for $400, and then the ones on the market are about $400. This one's the Santa Cruz, and that's the other thing. Trying to learn the different skateboard deck companies. Again, I am not an expert. I do not pretend to be an expert. So feel free to correct me, make fun of me in the comments after the show. Be like, what is this guy talking about? He doesn't know what I don't know skateboards. I was just looking into this on a whim.
Hold on, man. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Doesn't that skateboard look kind of funky? Like, yeah. Oh, Jeffrey, would you ride this, or is this specifically for like show like purposes?
Yeah, you can ride those wide boards.
Yeah, but is this something for those people that collect these? Is this something that like people would actually put wheels in trucks? Or was that what it's called on?
Yeah, the trucks and the wheels. Yeah. You
Or
could.
is this just like a display thing where they, like sometimes you see all these people got them displayed fucking all over the place?
Well, that's the thing. That's what we're getting to. It's a good question because that's what we're going to get to with our next couple. Because a lot of these do come as sets. Like they'll give you multiple decks to put together. So here is a set. There's multiples of these.
Oh, Boba Fett. Where's Dom?
Oh, where'd Dom go?
Oh, Dom left. Yeah, there was a pretty cool Boba Fett I saw too. But it was
Jeffrey Dick said that was another day.
Oh yeah, there's a 3PO there too.
Well, you're back. Yeah.
No, there was a really sweet Boba Fett that sold for like $500, but it was signed, and I didn't know how much of it was because of the signature, and it was the only one. So I didn't want to use that one. But as an example, no copies of this or no groups of this sold, but this one's up for $400 or $1,000 for this group. I don't know why such a wide disparity between the two ads.
It's just a huge difference.
But there you go. And 5 decks for $400 doesn't seem too bad, especially when compared to $1,000. And then we found this 40th anniversary that's kind of like sketches that kind of almost like connecting. They're like connecting decks.
Concept art sketches.
So yeah, like look, they get the little R2 feet connecting here and Vader head.
Was this Element?
This is also, I think, Element. None sold on this one, but the asking prices for this 3 set are like about $500. I found multiples asking that. It's kind of cool. Again, I don't know if you were actually going to put.
I saw that movie with Christian Slater.
AOA.
Gleaming the Cube.
Hold on. He gets it because Gleaming the Cube.
Ring the bell.
Love Gleaming the Cube.
Me too.
They got the greatest skateboarder of all time driving around in a fucking Pizza Hut truck.
Pizza truck. Well, he was also he was the stunt man fill-in, I think, for Slater.
I don't mean shit.
One more connecting set.
Dude,
What the fuck?
that's not
It's a
good.
connecting set of Star Wars. Another Element. Just to kind of get through this again, we're like halfway through. I got some extras after this, but this set sold for as cheap as $330 on best offer, but the
Luke's
ask
face.
$575 and $900.
Luke's chin more
It's
particularly.
It's
Yeah, it looks are
$800.
fucking
eyes are
It's
too
gonna
far
be a little
apart.
more indie. A little bit of Freak Brothers underground. But yeah, but look at Chewie's hair. So tightly combed. All right, but that's it for the Star Wars. I got
Hey,
some old
Joe,
school.
you better slow down.
I got
there,
some
bud.
old school stuff for you. We got the Lords of Dogtown here. We got the Dogtown skates from Jim Muir. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. This is like a deck that he would have had back in the day. This is one of those vintage decks. These are going to start getting crazy. We start getting into these vintage decks. This one sold, best offer, $2,000. There's a couple others out there with no wheels or trucks, $1,250, and another one asking $3,800.
Wow.
So I kind of wonder, like, between like the vintage decks and like these new, so like Marco said, like nobody ever actually seems to ride these new like collectible decks.
Yeah, but
like,
these ones are vintage. They do have a lot
Right.
of these do have re-releases. There's reissues of a lot of these.
But like, is the patina kind of make it worth more? You know, type of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
if
it's
been
also the
written
idea.
as a vintage deck. Like,
Well, so I worked for an energy drink company for a while, and some of the stuff we had to deal was with like skateboarders, well, because we put on certain events, and even with some of these vintages back then, they would be hanging on the wall. Like nobody used even these ones that like they weren't using them anymore. They just put them up there and they look
no, but
cool
I mean,
and
somebody
shit.
used them at one point. But
Yeah,
saying,
at
like,
one
new
point,
ones,
yeah.
like, probably nobody's ever going to use those Star Wars decks.
No,
Yeah, but those
probably
are only
not.
worth a couple $100. This thing's worth a couple $1,000. So
True.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it like guitars or something like that? You know, where you hang a new guitar on the wall and
Yeah, well,
we'll never use it versus like Jimi Hendrix used guitar is going to be worth like thousands.
my
and
one
thousands of
buddy
dollars.
did collect skateboard decks, and he did have a bunch on the wall, and people did buy them when they had a sale.
all you wanted was a Pepsi? I don't know what that means.
Pepsi? I missed something. All right, well, getting into it, we got a couple of more of these vintage ones. We're going to go back into Santa Monica Airlines, another
That's cool.
brand from back in the day, another old school skater. Again, I don't know how to pronounce everybody's names. Copas, but it's got that Black Panther. That's pretty cool. I kind of dig
That's
the
cool
Panther.
board. That's cool board.
But yeah, this vintage board, best offer, $1,000. Best offer, about almost $1,300. There's none up right now.
What about the banana board? Are we gonna do the banana board?
No banana board, but I do got another Santa Monica one for you. This one's a lowrider. This was kind of cool. There's also different ways for some of these. But this is a Julian Stranger board where you got this, I guess this lowrider rolling. Only one sold, none available. This one sold for almost $2,500. And this is actually the board. The big image is the one that sold. I cropped that out. Going back to like the 80s.
It's been used.
You get these more colorful things in the time, right? Neon. We got a Mark Gonzalez. This is one of his vision boards. He owns a company that actually that reissues these now. I forget the new company's name, but they have reissues of these. But this is the original. So the original is going to run a bit more because the reissues are only like $60-$70 you can get these for. So those you'll probably skate on, but you're not going to skate on a $3,000 vintage or $575 or $875. Some of these are depending on condition. They're used, they're scuffed, they're beat.
Dub, what is a commercial about Pepsi? What are we talking about here?
The song called "From Suicidal Tendencies." Old song.
Yeah, because Mirror.
All I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi. She wouldn't give it to me.
Oh, you used to have
Old
this
song.
chick?
Another Gonzalez. So I found a second Gonzalez. This one, again, they reissued this. There's other versions. I know you're going to laugh at the art.
Fuck is this?
Yeah.
Vision, yeah.
Roses. But this one sold for $3,000.
That shit ain't roses.
Holy
That's like
crap.
daisies.
You can laugh at it all you want, but
That's
this sold
amazing.
for $3,000.
Oh, it says roses. That doesn't look like a fucking rose.
No, but
I
that's
grow
what they
like
call
3
it.
different
When
types
you
of roses.
Look it up. Like that's what they
Yeah.
call it. And there was different versions where there was like writing on it. He was like, yeah. He was like, what are you, a pansy drawing flowers on the board? He's, I'll draw whatever the fuck I want.
Really?
And then you
He
mentioned
did. He did
Tony
it,
Hawk.
Barb.
Most of the Tony Hawk boards don't seem to, because they're more widespread, so they're not as I guess limited. Except this one, this Liquid Death board, because they went Stan Lee style with this and drew his blood and put it into the paint.
Oh, how fucking stupid.
Wow.
They actually, there's a letter that comes with this, apparently. Him signing, he's like, yeah, they put my blood into this board. This thing sells, and it's limited. $6,000, almost $5,000.
Wow.
This is new, I take it?
Newer, yeah.
Did the letter trail off as he fainted?
Look, is there?
Well, he looked old as
as
shit there. And
yeah. See the listings, 12,000, 14,000, but they have the letter like included with it.
Why is what's his name from Moon Knight in there too?
That's his logo. The
Tom
Tony
Chu.
Hawk logo. That's like his. His brand logo is the skull, the hawk skull, I guess. Yeah, it does look
What
like
hawk? What hawk skull? Oh, that's supposed to be hawks. Okay,
I
all
think
right.
so. I guess.
It's like a plague mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a plague mask. But yeah.
Why
looks like-
is his nipples eyes?
Why not?
Fuck it. Let's move on. I don't get that. What the fuck
That
is
is
any
it.
of this
That was
shit?
our last
Why are you asking?
This sounds like the
crazy
dumbest
questions?
shit ever.
Why are
Yeah,
his
dude.
nipples eyes?
Thousands of
What
dollars.
the
You can say
fuck?
dumb as you want, but
That's
thousands.
dumb. Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, you go to like a
Hey,
yard
hey,
sale,
I got
flea
AOA,
market, you see
got it.
old
Yeah.
skateboards. Those things could be worth money if you knew what you were looking at. That's the point.
It all comes down to knowing what you're looking at, right?
Exactly.
I don't know what the fuck I was just looking at. That's what I'm saying.
Nipples with eyes.
You're looking at nipple eyes.
Nipples, eye nipples.
Nipple eyes. Ooh, okay. Like there's some cool ones. I'll even give it to Pansy Boy, the purple Pansy Boy. Like that was okay. I can get it, man. I can dig that, bro.
You didn't
You
like
know,
Liquid Death, the nipple
But
eyes?
yeah, whatever.
Nipple eyes.
Fucking
Nipple eye
nipple
Reaper with
eyes.
beer can head?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're right, Joe. You're fucking right. Yes. Yes. I shouldn't. The blood board. I should not be questioning anything after you said blood board. All right. What time? Holy shit. We got to get.
Yep.
Are we even got a tier list Silver Age comics? All right. Here. Hold on. Real quickly. You ready? Because I did it. I'm gonna do it. Hey, we reviewed Superboy. Yeah. A bunch of Superboy. He whines. He's like, "Fuck it. I gotta do something else." They brought all these people in. This guy doesn't have a head.
Hey,
It's burnt
Parasite.
off.
Or no?
And this guy's like, "Hey, look, we're all a bunch of clones." So now they're doing Star Wars clone shit in this, and then all of a sudden they're kicking each other's ass, and he's getting his ass kicked. Then all of a sudden these guys, including this giant lady, DC's Guardians of the Galaxy, show up and say, "Wait, we're gonna blow him up because he's a clone." Okay, whatever. The second part of this story, I just wanted to show this because there's Broccoli Lady. We saw Broccoli Lady's funny. It's an old joke from one of my buddies there because we stole the last Broccoli Lady Green Lantern at the last Motor City Comic Con. Finally, after years of trying to do it. So I had to just get that out there. Next up, we reviewed Nightcrawlers. I did all this thing about Mother Righteous, who's one of the female Sinisters. Nobody cares. Mojo was there, so I got to show that. Then there's Doc Nemesis turned into like a mole type thing.
He's one of the
Didn't even
spineless
follow this. Yeah, it's pretty good. Then you get Anti Fortune, who pretty much is Domino and Nightcrawler mixed together. This is a bunch of Nightcrawlers mixed together with other people. We get Dead Galactus, and then we've also get Banshee, who's half dead, but not. Juggernaut shooting through the sky was pretty funny.
Juggernaut
through the head. Yep, using him as a Juggernaut bullet. Good shit. There we go. Banshee's bitching like a little bitch because he is. We get to see all the clones. Wow, there's a lot of Star Wars.
Is this
going back and
1,000
forth.
years? This was 1,000 years in the
1,000
future.
years. Yep, 1,000 years in the future. Good book though. Read it. It's still pretty funny. Then all of a sudden we get Wagnerine, which is the Wolverine Nightcrawler mixed together. By the way, she actually has a baby, and her baby is Summer Night, which is Scott Summer and Nightcrawler mixed together. And then
But
so
from
she was-
Wolverine.
well, she's Wolverine and Nightcrawler mixed together, and then Summer Night is the guy who is Scott Summer and Nightcrawler mixed together, and they produced a golden baby.
So
That's all I
eventually
got.
Wolverine and Scott Summers get together?
Apparently, a female version. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, you're right, because technically you're right. It's the DNA of Logan. So then it'd be Logan and Scott Summers.
Well, you
Well,
also got to remember this is all Sinister, just mixing.
Yeah. All right. And then Taggart shows up. This should be a good end. That's all we're going to do through comics. That was faster. It was a lot funnier when I put
There was
together.
like a Phoenix egg in there too.
Oh yeah, she had to have all the eggs to get together, but she ends up dying anyways. But we don't have time for that shit, dude. We've got time to get into the Silver Age stuff, so we're gonna get into Silver Age stuff.
Don't have time.
So this is
They're
not
making up
good.
bullshit.
No, this is not good. No, it wasn't actually. It was a Nightcrawler that they just called Summer
This guy.
Night. Yeah. So it didn't even like there's no night. It wasn't even like it was. He has eyes bandaged up. It wasn't actually a Scott Summer. It was just Scott Summer's DNA banging Logan's DNA. That's what that was.
I'm just doing some.
Scott
Damn, what
Summer
was that
banging.
just
Logan.
I mean,
Silicon Valley.
Yes, that's it.
This guy.
I never finished it, but I watched
Me
it for
neither.
a few seasons.
Yeah, it's like probably 3 or 4 I watched.
Yeah.
So
Between that line and the line about you just brought piss to a shit fight are my two favorite lines.
All right, guys. I did comics in 2 minutes instead of 10 minutes. Let's get on the Silver Age stuff for that.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Marv. All right, let's go. 2 comics, 2 minutes. There we go. Got it all covered this week. Both books weren't bad, by the way.
Hey, why is this show on the bar? It's not supposed to be there.
Repeat Rennavision. Rennavision.
Oh, there we go. There we go. No, the on the screen they had the.
All right, so let's get into it. What are we doing again? What's
When
the
I'm
rules on
showing you
these?
the internet, I'm trying not to show you the internet.
Yeah, no, I get it. What? How many? We got to put. What is it? We can do 2 books in each. How many do we have? 15.
I don't remember how many we put in there. We have 15 total to pick from. I can tell you that.
It's 5 in the. It's at least 5 in the. No, it's more than 5 in the past. Yeah, it goes 2. Does it go 2, 3, 5? Something like that. It does 2, 3, 5. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 2, 3, 5, and 5. Is that right?
Yeah, that
2
works.
in which one?
2 in 6. 2 in
6 to 10.
no. Yes, 2 and 6 to 10. You're right. 2 and 6 to 10. 3 and 3 to 5, and 5 and 1 to 2 years. Wow, that's
And then we
tough,
scrap.
Wow.
that's a tough flip, bro. That's a tough flip.
Well, no, I don't think we put 5 in the 1 to 2.
No, we don't. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
I think
don't
it's
we
more in the
know
middle.
the
I think it's 2, 5.
Yeah, do you guys remember what the rules to our own fucking show is? Okay, this is going
When was
great.
the last time we did it? Let me look at the last one.
Did the Summers DNA off jeans blue?
That was WrestleMania. Last time we did 3, 3, and 3.
All right, let's do 3, 3, and 3.
And
then.
past
Scrap
6. That
5.
makes sense.
Or no, scrap 6.
Yeah,
Yep,
scrap
however
6.
that worked out.
Yeah, 3, 3, 3. Scrap 6.
Let's
All
just
right,
do 3, 3, and 3.
3, 3,
Scrap
3
everything
sounds
else.
good. All right, here we go. Actually, a very I believe this is a very under appreciated book. I don't think it's weird even when you look at its steady climb instead of any spikes at all. Sorry, showcase number 6. It is the first Challengers of the Unknown.
Yeah.
Also, great that they're breaking out the last member out of.
This is not for me.
No,
Outside of
I
their
like this.
appearance in Teen Titans Go to the Movies. I don't
Oh,
know about
yeah. I mean, they had a big run. They had like 6-book run in this. I actually like. Oh, I own this book. Oh, whatever. I like it. What do we got here? The low is 1887, and actually, probably that's pretty close to the low pre-pandemic too. That's a low of a 1-year low. Low the 90 days low is the same 18. Probably, I think it was probably around 15, probably in 2019. So there really hasn't been that big of an increase in it. The high was at 2000, came a little bit down from 2000, but it's 1900 right now, 961, which is pretty close. What was the last sale? 1883. So we're about 1900, which is close to the high, which is probably where it should be. Probably about 2K.
Yeah, see, I don't see.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing with it. It's not dropping. You get it at 18. If you hold it for 10 years, you're going to get maybe another what? Maybe another $600, $700 off this book, right? I mean, that's what you're looking at to do nothing with it. You know? If something with Challengers hits, mind you, you never know with fucking idiots over there, but if something in Challenger hits and actually gets a little bit of a pop, you might get a little bit better of a return on this.
I have a question.
Hit, though. They already tried to bring him back.
Dude,
What's more believable? The Mandalorians having extra fuel in their backpacks, or the rest of whatever creature this is fitting in that egg?
no, it's big. It's part. He's part of. Yeah.
It's like a TARDIS inside that egg. It's bigger on the inside.
Right.
Sticks knows what I'm talking about.
Great Scott, what's coming out of a
It's just
giant
that one arm
fossil?
that's big. The rest of them is actually very small.
But I still probably pass because I get it. It's probably a good defensive book to hold because it's not going to drop. But
Yeah, I wouldn't be
That's still
passing on
fun.
this book, but all right.
I mean,
you want to go start shelling out $2,000 for this right now?
it's
No,
not-
I already own it. I don't have to shell out $2,000 for it.
But that's the question.
That's the question, though, is whether or not you're going to do it. Right?
I'll still hold on to it. Yeah, this is a book that I'd still hold on to.
Well, if
Yeah,
you
I think
had
the-
it, yes.
The issue with this one is it's only going to fall in one of two categories, right? It's going to be
Right.
pass, or it's going to be your longest hold you can,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The only thing
which-
I worry about is when it's your longest hold you can, and they do nothing with Challengers of the End. Eventually, some part of me thinks some of these like unknown Silver Age and even to a degree unknown Golden Age books will start to kind of age out
Yeah, I don't know.
the
These have a
system.
lot.
as collectors that want them get older and older and kind of drop off collecting sometimes.
Maybe, except for that the history has shown differently over the
See,
last
but I
30
also look
years.
at it as opportunity missed because if we're talking about I have to choose, there are other books that'll probably do better in that time frame.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what that's how I look at it. It's like if I'm picking and choosing, Yes, this would be a good defensive one. If I already had it, that's
Yeah,
fine.
even
But-
if you have no sticks. This would what I'm saying is like when
Right.
if you're set, you've only got 9 books, and you have to look at your portfolio of the 9 books. You're gonna want a defensive book. You're gonna want one that's not gonna have like 6 to 10 years. You shouldn't be playing gambles of like one day that book may go up. You want to get one that's like, okay, cool, man. If there's one that's steady that I have to sell and I know is going to gain year over year, you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
no, I hear you. But at the same time, in previewing this list, because again, I had to
I don't. Yeah,
pick the books.
I don't
Like,
even know what else is on this list,
a
and I'm
lot-
with Pete. Like
a
I
lot
wonder-
dropped from.
we can
some
put
of
him past. We can put him past. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot dropped. This one, look at the chart. It doesn't drop. It
these- Yeah,
just,
this one
it's-
didn't drop.
That's what I'm telling you. It's literally the most secure book we have. This probably should be 6 to 10, but what do I know? All right.
I mean,
Oof.
even this one.
This book is all over the fucking place.
I love this book, but look how it dropped from those crazy highs, pandemic highs.
And crazy highs. This is a 5.0. The thing with this book too, though, the higher the grade you get in this, it's a little bit more. Isn't it a little bit more stable in some of the higher grades?
Well, yeah, because
Probably.
nobody's just throwing out 20, 15 grand and things like that as quickly.
5.0 is always a tough sell too, like that middle. Like right
I don't
middle.
find that. I find that that's the easiest sell to move.
Really.
Yeah.
What was the high?
I think it would be like a 4.0 would be almost easier to move than a 5.
No,
Granted,
sometimes because once you start getting to, though, probably I would say okay, 5 you might be right. 5, 6, and 7 probably easy. Like that area is probably the easiest. 5 starting to get there, but once you get to 4, 5, between 4, 5 and 2, 5, good fucking luck, bro. Good fucking luck. I mean, anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry, Doug.
I just want to know what was the I can't see what was the pandemic
Yeah, it's
high
kind
on
of
this?
small for me too, so I'm trying to.
The pandemic high for this one was 2950
No, that's the high over the year.
year, which is still the pandemic. Yeah.
Well, no, but the
The
highest.
The highest. The highest
high-
was 2950.
3,600.
Oh,
Oh.
3600. Okay.
I'm gonna put this one in 3 to 5. If I can buy this at 1,500 today and sell it in 5 years, I'm good with that. I'll make money.
I agree.
That's interesting.
I'm happy with the. I understand the 5.0. What JJ
No,
said,
it's-
and normal books is not desirable. But this book, yes, I could sell this book in 5 years and make money.
Yes.
If I buy
I don't think
1500.
that I don't think that you couldn't, but I think your percent. I just think that the percentage of what you're going to make off of this book, when it gets down to, I mean, I don't think it's going back up to 3. When do you think it's getting back up to $3,000? I guess is the question. You think in 3 to 5
Well, it
years?
doesn't have
it's
to get
gonna-
to $3,000. That- You're asking.
I-
No,
I'll
I mean,
tell-
I'm just
I'm a-
asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna make $500-600 on this book. If I sell it in 5 years, maybe I might get to 25.
That's what I was asking
Maybe.
him. Is where he thinks
Yeah.
it's going? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I
I'm-
don't see that. I don't see
yeah.
that. That's
I think
That's fine.
you'd be counting on the MCU to kind of drive it back up to his even
Right.
close
Yeah.
to his pandemic.
But, yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
that it gets
I mean-
back up to $3,000 to be honest. In this grade,
Yeah, I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting to make 25 to 30% on this book in 5 years.
The chart, yeah, the chart is. That's what I'm worried about on this one. The chart is kind of ugly.
Chart's ugly on a lot of Marvel books.
Yeah.
But it's going to be because the pandemic was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I get that, and I understand the DC book, but as desirability, I can sell this to way more people than I can sell the showcase.
Exactly.
my holdup would be right now. I mean, it seems to be trending down fairly sharply. What's the floor?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I
worried
think we're
about.
hitting the floor. Because also, mind you, I didn't get to show the other recent sales. That just happens to be the very last sale.
Yeah.
And even if you look at the chart, it does tell you that even the 30-day average is closer to 1,650. The 90-day average is closer to 1,700, and the 1 year average is $2,000. So,
Yeah, but
still
that means it's
falling,
going
though.
down. But
That's
that's
still falling.
actually proving JJ's point more than yours, Pete. That
no,
means
but there's just one sale. But you also got to look. Some of these sales are like a week apart.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they do,
Well, not
do
30
these
days, yeah.
auctions, it's just poor timing of when you sell and where you sold it. You haven't. Somebody sold this on eBay.
Yeah, but if
and
you-
an auction ending on a Tuesday afternoon,
Right.
they
I
fucked up in
understand.
their listing.
But if you even look at the 1 year average or the 1 year high was 2,950, where the 1 year low, I mean, you're looking at like 1,867, which is very close to the 1,655 30-day average.
Like
So
I
it
almost-
is coming down. Like within the year, in the last 30 days, this has come down almost $1,000 on average. No, if
I
you're
almost
just
think
averaging,
it's
on
going to go down to close to 1,200 or so, probably, right? Probably by the end of
I
this
would,
year.
I don't think that's going to be the average price, but yes, I bet you can sneak one for 1,200. Yes, is that the question?
Yeah. That's what I
Yes,
mean.
I bet you this year, but he's not selling it this year. He's saying buy it at 5.5 and hold it for 5, which,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I can see
So
that.
I will
we're
also.
talking about a 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So like I said, this one sold on April 15th for $1,550 on eBay.
Mhm.
2 days before, also on eBay, a copy sold for $1,867.
Right, I know, but we're using the average of the 30 days over the average of the year.
No, but you're
not
pointing
just
out the 1,550. That's the low.
No,
That's
I
what I'm
wasn't.
saying. That's
No,
the,
no,
that's
yeah.
the albatross here. That's
Yeah,
the
no,
anomaly.
I get that, but I was also saying that their average is 1,867 compared to the year average of 2,950, which means there's probably books higher than 3,000. I'm just saying the overall
No.
average. seems
That's
like
the
it's very-
high was 2,950.
Yeah. Sorry, 2,950 and 867. So I'm just saying overall, you can see that the trend of the average is going down, and the trend of the high is going down, which
Well, yes.
would give some credence. Which would give some credence to what JJ was saying. So I was like,
No, and I
But-
agree. I'm not saying that that's not the case. I personally think we are hitting that floor with some of these books.
So in the chat we have 2 1-2s, 2 3-5s, and 1 pass.
well, put in 3 to 5 because you guys are voting 3 to
Exactly.
5. I would
1 to
probably
2 is too soon. I don't think you.
Yeah, 1 to 2 is
Yeah.
way too soon.
make enough money back.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
Like, look at this thing.
I think this fucking book's got I think it's got a little more time to fall.
And I agree. There's less.
I'm good past this book.
Looks like an earthquake happened.
Yeah, and again, there's less to. I mean, what? Oh, Cap joins the team. Okay. And hey, don't get me wrong. I love Cap, but
Mhm.
now you're talking about.
Oh, AOA. He hates Cap. He said it. All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pass on this book. Yes.
I pass on this book.
I
Yeah,
think
no
it's pass,
problem.
yeah. There's
Yeah,
not enough
passing.
interesting stuff to hold me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna. We're not gonna see this team again. You're gonna count on the movies to help bring it back. Even the comics, they're gonna read. They've redone the team. We know we're getting a new Avengers team, and it's not gonna be.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah,
we
you
are
hold it for
not
life.
holding.
That's not what we're talking about.
Those are
We're
not
not
options.
buying this for 17. Yeah, $1,700. All righty, Roo. Pass that book real quick before chat destroys it. Is this Hulk 2? I don't.
This is Hulk
Do I
2.
have this book? I don't know if I have this book.
I do not.
What's important about Hulk 2? Besides
Toadman,
Toadman.
can't you see?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Hulk
it is
2.
too. It's early on.
It's called You Couldn't Afford Hulk 1. That's the
Yeah,
important.
exactly.
Managing except Hulk 2.5 though.
Oh,
This is
because
weird.
the prices on these things were kind of
Yeah.
kind of tough. But
Oh,
yeah, this is the first Green Hulk. Second
Oh yeah,
Hulk.
that's right. Yeah.
Second, it's second everybody basically.
Right.
But yes, as JJ said, this is the first Toadman.
Awesome. So
Yes. That's
Pass.
the payoff, baby.
I don't
But yeah,
know.
I'm not in on this.
I am. It's just like the last book. I don't know that there's enough for me to go in at this price point and hold it for a long time. There's not enough there to.
Yeah, I want a
I had
first.
to go look
I want
at
it to be
something.
first
Hold on.
issue. I want a first appearance. This
Marco's
is
gonna go check to see if he has it.
That's exactly what he's going to check.
That's not what I'm doing. Maybe.
all right. Well, we're
Maybe.
putting it in pass. I think we've got enough.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
I was-
everybody 1, 2.
I just want to check
3,
percentage
4.
increase year over year, like complete, like raw percentage year over year on that one, just to see. Go ahead, we can pass it.
I'm curious why the sharp spike? Just pandemic sales?
Well, actually, no. That spike looked like it happened more in like the last year.
Interesting.
It's a pretty
Yeah,
sharp
32% too. I would.
Oh,
Is
you're
it
going
kinda
from
like-
Overstreet.
Yeah.
Is it getting like Wolverine 180'd, where it's like for the longest time nobody cared, and then all of a
And
sudden
now people are trying to pick it
Well,
up
it's
more.
first Green Hulk.
Mhm.
He's green.
No.
the
No,
Hulk
I
we
hear what
know.
JJ's saying. We don't
It's
have
all
a
about
Gray
the
Hulk.
Toadman.
We can't afford it, so let's go with number 2 because at least we can say we have number 2. And maybe if we keep a number 2s, then one day we can trade them up and get a number 1. I get what you're saying, JJ.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't agree that that's not the problem.
I mean, I still don't necessarily. I still pass, but I'm just curious why it spiked. I mean, it's not like Hulk is newly green, like in the movies or something. I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah. No, and it's not that I'm saying that this is a crappy book or anything. Don't.
Joe
get me
says at
wrong. We just have to
1300.
pick.
Yeah.
We just have to pick, and we can't pick. them
We've
all.
been passing on a lot of shit already, though. It looks like we're passing on a lot of books.
How many passes do we get?
We
5
only get
total.
yeah.
Oh, 6. Sorry.
6.
No. Once we're done, we're gonna have 9 passes.
Oh, well, that's fine then.
We have 15
6,
books.
9.
We get 3
Yeah.
apiece. Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. 6. Only 6 passes.
Yeah, only
Oh.
6 passes. Yeah.
Oh, they're in trouble.
I did
Yeah.
reverse.
Once again, you guys might be putting that challengers fucking up sooner than later.
Yeah, we're a lot of DC fans, I guess. Where? And speaking of DC fans, I haven't heard from Corbin in forever.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. Hey, he finally got a girlfriend. Good for him. What do we got here? We got another showcase.
Oh yeah, we
Flash
got some
book.
showcases coming your way.
We definitely do. This is an erratic book. No, I don't know. Yes,
Which one? This is 13.
Mm-hmm.
Third appearance of the Silver Age Flash. The first appearance of Mr. Element.
Yeah, this is probably out of because the second appearance gets Mr. Freeze in this. We already passed the fourth appearance. This is 8,
got
right?
a pirate bullet with a nipple on it.
This is very slow gainer
I was
too.
trying to figure out what it was at the end of that thing.
13. Let me see what 13 got. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I didn't write them down because this messes the list. Wow. 108, 108%. Well, that's a lot for high grade. For high grade, yeah.
Oh. I mean, I don't know. I mean, looking at it seems like a pretty steady trend up.
Yeah, this one doesn't. This one again didn't have a lot of sales, so that's why you look. This is from December. That was the most recent I could find.
But you're not gonna in these books, these early showcases. You're not gonna.
No, I know.
You're just not gonna find a lot of them. That especially in the 6.0 grade, it's gonna be very hard to find these. But this is a hard. Honestly, I've moved this book once before. This is easier to move than 4. It's easier to move than what was it, 6? And you want to know why? Because it's cheaper. Because
it's cheaper.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's buying something.
And it's kind of what JJ was saying about the Hulk book. Is like they couldn't afford 4, can't afford 6. You know, you can't afford
with 6.
8.
6 has a shitty cover. I mean, we'll
The
get to
Freezy?
it because it is in here. But
Yeah.
by
What year is
comparison,
this book?
this one,
What? 57? Are
57.
you asking what year? 54?
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts at 54, but I think it's 56. Or by this time, wait, no, it's
58.
54, 58, 58.
Yep,
There we
it's
go.
March,
57,
April
Yeah.
1958 is what they have it listed.
Close
as.
to 57,
3,
somewhere
4,
around there.
58. But that's the cover date, so it might have actually been released, a couple months before. I don't know.
Man, 57, 58. Who gives a shit? You're old as dust if you were born back then.
The
Anyway.
question is this like a short hold or like a long hold? Like, is it like a 1 to 2 find the right buyer?
That's a
And
good
hope
question.
you cash out like $400 or $500 higher? Or?
I've not had a problem selling this book. I'll just be honest with you. I haven't.
But just like Pete said, like there's not that many sales of this book, so you do have to find the right buyer.
So I've had 2 of these. I've sold one of them, and it was easy to get the seller for it when I wanted to move it. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Well, I think
So-
all you gotta do is find out you have an early Flash collector on your hands, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
have it.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Flash is a popular enough character that.
But to your point, then
you just
as
find a book to
defensive
put them in the
book,
price
I
range.
would actually like this better than the Challengers. I'll put more eggs in the Flash basket than the Challengers of the Unknown basket.
Well, maybe, but I think when you got to find 1 to 2 year books, this is probably a 1 to 2 year book because you'll make money off of it and you can get it out quick. And to be honest with you, I don't think it. I mean, I think it's actually cheap, under $2,000.
And not knowing what else is on this list, I will put this in the 1 to 2. I'll take a small increase on this and make the money on it and go. If I can make a few $100 on this book and
because that's
old enough and it's nice enough.
That's another way to look at your 1 to 2. Is like, you could make a nice little increase, or maybe you don't make anything at all, but you didn't lose anything, and you can just get out pretty close to what you paid for it, and no harm.
This actually could be a book that I sold to somebody else that has now sold it and probably made $500 off the book.
Yeah.
Hopefully you made at least that.
Spare.
So Pete Sake, let's go.
Hopefully you made at least that.
I made 12 off of it.
Yeah, you did okay.
Yeah, I did all right.
We got our first 1 to 2.
I think so.
Yep.
I think
I like 1 to 2.
I do too.
Well, the chat's got some
That's
3 to 5s. Cosmic and Ronnie's got 3 to 5, but
Joe.
Put
Sticks.
3 to 5, I guess.
No wait, but Sticks also had 1 to 2. And
AOA has
Ake
1 to 2.
had 1 to 2. A few of us. Also
Okay,
had
yeah. All right, 3 plus us, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
AOA
Okay.
also had 1 to 2. So the
All right,
chat
put 1 to 2.
split,
We got
1
split
to
chat,
2.
and then we get 1 to 2.
with
is fine.
Wayseeker being the lone 6 to 10.
I fucking hate this.
Oh
book.
no.
I fucking hate
Not
it.
this-
Look at the
no.
graph too on this fucking book. Fucking pass this shit, dude. What the fuck is that? Holy
what
fuck
is
shit is this shit?
That dip.
I first off, so Lois Lane's, this is like Lois Lane's first solo book
First
attempt.
title.
Yeah, first, no, it's not because it's showcase, but yes. Yeah.
Well,
So
I mean, first name.
this is what rolled out her. They did this, and then it rolled out her series, Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit either. So. No, I like legitimately hate this book. I hate this book.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. Nice hat.
Thanks, dude. Well, do something about it. I mean, I think. What do you feel about this book? What was this? Is this comment right here? Where's his comment? This is this book right here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the Flash over
I
this
don't
any
know.
day.
I think I sold this. I think I sold the exact same one of this book, fucking 4 times. And 4 times when it was time to pay up, I didn't have that book fucking sold, dude. I hate this fucking book. I hate this book. I hate this book.
This is like
Not
the
to
book
mention-
you, like.
That dip is concerning.
Yeah, I hate this
That
book.
whole chart is concerning.
I'm curious about the spikes. Like, what in the world is? I guess maybe this TV show.
No, sometimes people are stupid with this.
I don't know. But,
I mean, you gotta remember,
yeah.
it's not like we're selling 20 of these. A spike for that is like one book.
One sale could do
This
it.
is like a total of 20 sales here. You know what I mean? Or not
Yeah,
even.
true.
It's
Last
total
one
of like
sold
8
a year
sales.
ago.
So yeah, I mean, you sell one, it's a
You
fucking
can go
spike.
everywhere, every which way but loose.
Also, too, I hate the grade in this. Like a 5.0 in this book. Is like,
I agree. It sucks.
Well, I was trying to meet again. We didn't already
This
told everybody.
book
I know. I'm just saying.
sucks.
I'm not.
We
I'm
were
not
going
mad, I'm just-
$1,500 to $2,000.
Pass.
value.
All right,
Shit,
next.
we've already got
Worth
4
$1,500.
We've already got 4 fucking passes, dude. This is
We
not
can always
good.
pull the Toad Men out.
Hulk might be getting pulled out of that group
No,
Oh,
we need to
no.
pull out challengers.
because I think I like Hulk too better than this one.
I've never liked this book.
I 100% sold this book and don't own this book. So but I will also say I don't give a fuck about this book.
I hate those meetups, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
I
fine.
hate them too, but I think this has more legs.
The only
If you're looking at a long hold, which we don't have any long holds yet, I think this has more legs at a long hold
well,
than Hulk 2 does.
I
What?
disagree. I disagree.
Sorry.
I rather have a first appearance or a first change of color for the main character on a long hold
Then Hulk
than
playing
a-
hide and seek with a Fantastic
Yeah.
Four.
Yeah, unfortunately, I
What
mean those-
number? What year is this book?
Oh, this I got it. It's 1963.
And what was the high on the chart? Dollars.
The all-time high.
all-time high,
Yeah.
3,600.
3,600.
That was like, yeah. I mean, it was one sale, and that jumped
And it was
the
also
fucking overall. Yeah,
this year.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say,
It
look
jumped the
at
overall
it
average. The
spiked
overall
it.
average would have been under $2,000. It spiked it above, so all the numbers look high because of that one
Because
fucking
the
sale.
the low is actually the low was 1,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
That-
I know that there's a subset of collectors that collect the Hulk versus thing covers. That's like a big thing. More than Hulk versus Hulk meets the Toad Men covers. I get
First
that Hulk
Dream,
2 is I get it, but like Hulk versus Thing this is probably the first time the Hulk and Thing meet, I believe. And I know that's a thing. Like I've heard that multiple times. So I personally would put this in 6 to 10.
I would 1,000% disagree, and you will lose money on this motherfucking book. I mean, if you actually talk about like this book will raise for that point, if you buy it right now at about $1,700, this book might raise at the same rate as inflation, and you then would sell it, and on your fees at that point from whatever service you're selling it for, you will be losing money.
I don't like this book, but I get the people that want it.
Hey, look, no, I know people want it for $1,000, even for $1,100. I'll take a gamble on this. 1680 No, no, 1,200. I'd start thinking. I'd be like, oh, could you throw me in a couple pairs of clean socks, maybe? You know, something like that. You know what I mean? But this one at this price,
Yeah, I'm telling you, we might have to go back. We might have to pull some out of the scrap heap when we're done.
oh yeah, see 1,200. Yeah, right, Ronnie. I agree 100% with Ronnie.
We got 2 passes and you got 2 6-10s.
At least.
So it's a pass.
No, there's a strong Wayseeker gave a strong pass in there too.
Yeah, Wayseeker pass, Marco pass. So I'm not going to argue with the pass. JJ pass.
All right. Put it on the pass. How many do we have in pass rate? 1, 2,
That's
5.
5.
Fucking hell, dude. This is a rough list. I said it was a rough list. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my
About to get
God.
rougher.
Oh, my God.
Well, this is
We got scrolls.
it's the Skrulls. It's
It's
also
the Skrulls.
FF2. So if you want to talk about second Hulk, well, there's second Fantastic Four, right?
No. I'm not saying it's second Hulk. I'm also saying first Green Hulk common theory, which is more of a thing, I think, than Hulk and whatever, man. I don't fucking know.
There's also Skrulls. Getting a whole TV show based on them soon. Look at that chart.
I want to say pass. Just 'cause I don't think.
Well, if you do, we can't pass any more.
This is a 3.0 for 1,600 of. And I mean, the Skrulls could be significant to some
I don't
people,
think
but
it's hit its bottom.
Hold on. Okay, I know that, but hold on.
I agree.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
The bottom of this book, realistically, I think is probably 1,400, right? Does that seem reasonable? If this book was 1,400 right now.
Well, what's the? I mean, you
Well, the
right
low
now,
16 in a year.
16. This is the
is the
low.
low.
year though.
This
But
is
that
the
doesn't mean
year.
It's not going to keep dropping.
All right, hold on.
Scrolls is coming soon.
I don't think people are buying this for the fucking scrolls.
You don't think that's what the giant spike was there?
No, it's not. You know what it was? In high grade, year over year, the giant spike is 6%.
This is not high grade. It's a 3.0.
I understand that, but I'm saying in general, when you look at the spike went up and then came back down.
Yeah.
I mean, it came back down. So if it's only a 6% increase year over year, because look, I mean, you look at the low and then it comes back to the low. That's actually an even low from the year and for the 90 days, to be honest with you. I don't think the fair market value is 18. I think the fair market value is probably closer between 4 and 6. I mean, between this and 4. I think this is like 1,400. When I'm saying 6 and 4, I'm just saying the last number. So I think it's 600 and 400. I think that's kind of, I don't think there's much room for this to go down. I think this one will be, if you hold it, this has got argument to hold it for, 6 to 10.
Longer.
You have 5 1 to 2s and 1 6 month in the chat.
Yeah, see, I'm not 6 months holding it based off the scrolls.
If it was
or you hold for 6 to 10, I think it's
if it was 3,000, I could see the 1 to 2 or whatever. But I don't think this book's going to go back.
If you try to play the 1 to 2 game, your window to sell this at like some sort of high based on scrolls coming out in a year is gone.
Yeah, if you're doing 1 to 2, that's what your
gone.
window is. Unless you're banking on a Fantastic Four announcement. Because it is supposed to be coming, so they start doing casting. This is issue 2. Don't forget it.
Yeah, I mean, that's something too. If it's actually true that Fantastic Four does have a longer run, it's going to have if they reintroduce Fantastic Four, if you believe they're going to reintroduce Fantastic Four, you will know that over the next 10 years, you will not have that huge of a drop.
Hey, we just made a steadying argument for the 3rd appearance of the Flash. This is the 2nd appearance of the Fantastic Four.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like Challenger better than that. I still think this is. I think I think Challenger first. Then between Green Hulk and this book, they're in the same category of long-term holds. But I don't know what the fuck did they say 1 to 2. Do we have enough votes to overturn 1 to 2? 3,
No, 6 to 10
4.
from Wayseeker.
Yeah, but 4.
He said he likes 2 of the books better. 6 to 10 than this one.
Yeah,
5 1 to 2s and a 6
for
month.
6 to 10. You're right.
So we don't have enough to overturn it. So put it in 1 to 2. Fucking A. You guys failed the assignment. You guys failed the fucking assignment.
This is a hard assignment. Just
Jim 85. It is. It's not an easy one.
This is
No,
not
but
easy
you know
one.
what? I got to tell you this, especially the people in chat now and the people who've been watching this and the feedback we've been getting on it, excluding the couple of trolls that hate it because some book that they have that we put in past, which we don't even put it in past. You know, this has really been fun this time. We've tried doing this before and we've had a couple of issues with it. I really do enjoy the conversations going on around this type of stuff. So I want to thank everybody that has participated in this. 175% price increase year over year high end in these books. Home Gem 85.
Loki bump.
Is that what it is? Oh, but you saw that come back down too.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the third appearance of Thor, first appearance of Loki, Heimdall, Asgard, and Odin.
Okay. Does anybody else, when they see this book, think that's a female, that's a cross-dressing Loki? It looks like a cross-dressing Loki, right?
It always
Like he's
looks
got
like a cross-dresser.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he's got like a girl's bikini on.
They all wear that bikini. I
Banana
thought it was
hammock.
because of the
It looks
ponytail hair.
Looks like typical like early '60s underwear over the tights.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. They all did that.
Oh, really? All right.
I don't know.
What was the high on this book? 28?
6'2". 6'2".
6'2".
6'2".
Oh, so hard.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. Hmm.
on the year.
It's 1.9. On the
No,
year
year high
high,
is
it's 3.1.
I will
3.1, 1.9. Ah, shit,
Not
this
that
is
we're
pretty
using this
low.
exact copy. That's a nice looking 4.
Yeah. I don't mind this in the 3 to 5. I don't mind this. I don't know, man. I put Challenger in 6 to 10. I put this fucking in 6 to 10 because I don't think there's other. Well, so far I don't remember all the. Even though I made the list, I don't remember the fucking entire list offhand.
He's a
You-
character
you
that
want me
never
to
seems
tell
to
you
die or go
my
anywhere.
No.
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 I haven't known so far. I don't want to know the rest either.
Okay.
1, 2. We got 3, 4, 3 to 5s.
It's
In the
high
chat.
at 19 for me.
Must
What
be
does
like
that mean?
6 to 10.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What'd you
I
say,
don't know.
JJ?
I think he's saying that he wouldn't pay 19.20.
It's high at this price in a
Oh, for him. Okay, yeah.
Everybody's voting 3 to 5, but I almost say
Holy
6 to 10.
shit.
I'm gonna say I'd 6 to 10 this one. Well,
I don't know.
It's all right.
what
Put
do-
it 3
what
to
do we
5.
have? Yeah, we got to put it 3 to 5
Yeah,
is
put
fine.
3 to
I'm okay with
5.
that.
We're getting killed in 3 to 5. Well, you know. No, it's not.
Now there's a
That's
lot of
awesome.
3 to 5s.
Can
That's
we give
3 to
Ronnie the
5.
bell for that?
Yeah, give him the fucking bell for that. I can't.
That's-
You gotta get usage because I can't put it back up, and I'll run down to the bell real quickly.
What? Oh, I was gonna do the bell because that was easier.
All right. Well, now I just moved everything. What are you saying? Yeah.
Ring the bell!
That's funny, Ronnie. Good job. All right. Now let me go back up after Jim. Fuck.
After Jim,
I'm exhausted, dude. Oh,
Well,
I got this book.
I just don't like this
I
cover.
like this book too.
Yeah, I hate this cover.
Stop talking shit about books that I have in long-term investments.
Hey, I get it.
Douchebags.
It's still
Captain
like the cover.
Cold's great.
This, everybody just knocks there. I think I got like nine.
Also,
I think I got.
books that are worth money, but
This one's gonna go past, and I think I got.
Big fingers flicking flashing the dick. What do you want me
It's
to tell
not.
you?
It's frozen. Hey, listen. That's Mr. Cold's fucking thing. It's a sweet book. Don't be
Wait,
jealous.
is that
What
Mr.
do you guys in
Freeze
the
or
comments?
Captain Cold?
Or Captain Cold? Sorry,
Captain Cold. I'm gonna flick you in the wiener.
Hey, I'm gonna do what they're gonna say in the post thing, Pete. Don't be mad because you can't afford the book, bro. Come on, Marco, because you
1,500.
can't afford this book. Holy shit, 1,500 for a fucking 3-0.
1,500 was the last sale.
Here's a 6-0. Hold on now. For what is it? 14? 13. Which is the
There's a
third
6-0.
appearance? Is it 14? There's a 6-0. And that was what? Almost 2. That was 2, right? And this is 15 for a 3.
No way, I'm buying that. I'd rather buy the 6-0.
Oh hell. I
mean, think about it. $500 more, you double the grade. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but this is the first appearance of somebody and a second appearance of somebody.
this
That's
Captain
a
Cold.
third appearance. Yeah, it's Captain Cold.
Is first
That's
Captain Cold?
That's
Oh.
Captain Cold's finger right there. That's who's flicking him in the dick is Captain Cold. For those people that don't know.
I don't know. I mean, there are
The
people
wiener
that collect.
shot.
There are people that collect the Rogues Gallery of villains too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that being that's tough.
What's the highest on this? 2.3? Oh, 2.2? 2.3. About 2.3 is the high. And that sold this year, 2.3.
And they
This is
came
one
back
I don't
down.
think this would go down much over what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
this is
I agree.
once
This is
It's a
again.
safe buy at where
I
it
would
is.
put this into the 6 to 10, but fuck it.
I mean,
I don't mind 6
What
to
the fuck
10.
do I know? Well,
Well, based on the choices available on this list and not counting the 6.0 for $2,000, I would put this in 6 to 10 if this was at
6.0 for 2K for this book? No way.
That's what you guys said.
No.
he's
For the
talking about
third
last Flash we
appearance,
did.
for the third appearance of Flash, which
No.
is
Well, I'm just saying for this one, if you were to look at the actual past sales over the last year or so,
Yeah.
most of them are in a $1,500 kind of range. There is one outlier that was a heritage
two.
auction back in December that
Yeah.
this book sold at 3.0 for almost 2,300. That's the
Yeah,
high
but
for the
I don't
year.
believe it.
Yeah, it's
That
high
one
range.
anomaly is throwing things off a little bit. Other than that, this is not down. Like 14, there's a couple 14s, a couple 16s, but by and large, that's
Yeah.
the price.
That's
Going
the
back
price
to
of the book.
2020.
Yeah, that's the price of the book.
So if that's the price of the book and it's been consistent for roughly a year, then yes, I will buy this for
Well,
1,500
technically,
and save
it's
it
How long
for
20
do you
years.
hold it for?
6 to 10.
6 to 10.
6
This
to
is a 10-year hold.
Yeah, it's a
And I'll make
10%.
money.
It's 10% over year. over
Yeah,
year.
I would agree with that.
It's
Hey, we
like
got
that
first
old-
one in there. Hey.
Fine. You talked us into it. Fine.
Even though I hate this cover.
Yeah, I don't like the cover either, but the fact that it's first Captain Cold.
Fuck you guys.
And second Flash.
That's true, Nathan, but Heritage is also one of the only, one of the measurements you can get from these types of books.
Holy shit! I just forgot
Well,
these books are
just
here.
don't
These are all
measure
going to
them
go.
after
These
you
are all
flip
going to
them
go
up.
into fucking. Here we go. Here goes crazy shit, dude. All right, Vulture first.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it's
well,
high for this book.
what was the all-time?
Fan, though.
For 3.0, all-time high is 3.5. All-time is 3.5. Yearly is 3.3.
I don't like this one.
90-day high is 2. 30-day high is 1740. Not a ton selling in this, obviously. 90-day average is 18.
Yeah.
I
The
think
only Vulture
this
thing that's ever been is Stanley's speech in Mallrats. But the Vulture's look good. I don't know. I just never know.
15. I'd be comfortable buying this grade at 15.
And where was this one at? I'm going on another screen.
15 and a donut, maybe, or a Euro sandwich. Not from the
And this
same
one's
person.
17, right?
Yeah, I'd feel more comfortable at 15 and a Euro, but
Longest had an Arby's Euro.
they don't make.
Well, let me
fucking
just tell
Euros
you
at
this.
Arby's,
Yeah, they
do
do.
Yeah, dude. They make them with turkey.
Oh, yeah.
What?
So this
Yeah,
was $1,740 on 3/28. On the
Okay.
20th, it was $1,900. On the 15th of March, it was $1,900. On the
Yeah, see, I
6th
think
of
it's
March,
15.
it was $2,000. So the last few sales before were a little bit above this. So that is actually the lowest sale in the last year that I can see quickly scanning it.
Yeah,
What is
let's say
our-
something.
What does our chart look like? Can you show the chart real quick?
Yeah, the chart is it's there. Oh,
No,
you
I'm
want to-
show us the
Oh,
tier.
our
Oh,
thing.
oh,
Yeah,
the-
sure.
Yeah, pull that down for a second.
I mean, for me, this is it's tough. 'Cause
I,
you use your left
I
mouse.
didn't even look at chat, but they're going to say 6 to 10 on this. I know it.
No,
3 to
no,
5.
Yeah.
it's a
Say
3 to
6 to
5,
10.
a 1 to 2.
I don't think
There
it's
is
a
a 6 to
6 to
10,
10
a couple
book,
6 to
though.
10.
I don't think this is the 6 to 10, but
Four
Yeah, I don't know
6
if
to
I go to
10.
6 to 10.
obviously
I
they
think
don't
it's
always
five.
move. This one book in a year. They've only sold. Yeah.
5 6 to 10s.
Holy
One,
shit, I
2,
told
3
you,
to
this is all
5,
they're
and a
It's
gonna
not
1
do.
to
going
2.
up though. It's not going
Where you
up. the
going?
rate You want to keep it for that long.
He's pissed.
Pissed or he has to piss.
One or the other, right?
I mean, the 6
Wow.
to 10s have it in the chat, but like
Yeah,
this is
I
more like
don't-
a 1 to
'cause
2
the-
for me. Like I
There's
hope I
another
sell
book
it,
that I would put.
make a little bit of money on. Like hold it and afraid it would go down. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
If it wasn't
don't
the
wanna-
Vulture, if it was a different villain,
Yeah, and it's it's not it's not second Spidey because even though it's Spidey 2,
yeah. Because I mean,
it's third
like
Spidey.
I said, there's people
Third
that
Spidey.
collect Flash's Rogues Gallery, and they're going to pick up Captain Cold. But there's also people that collect Spidey villains. They're not first choice is not the Vulture.
Well, this is also the terrible Tinkerer.
I don't know. To me, it's more like
We got to put in 6 to 10 because the chat, but I'm going to reserve the right to move this one out of 6 to 10.
Here, can I just address this real quickly too? Because ASM, sorry, I had to use the restroom, but I get
I'm
that
with Ronnie.
ASM. Yeah. Okay. I know ASM always moves, but here's the deal. Do you want to move ASM for a loss? Because if you look at the graph one more time and see what's going on over there, where my contacts are trying out. Like if you bought it for 3,500, if you bought it for 3,300, if you bought it for 2,100, the books still were moving. If you bought it for $2,000, book was still moving. If you bought it for 1,889, books, but you lost money on all those. That's what I'm kind of saying here. At 1,500, sure, comfortable buying this, but like that's $240 less than it's right now. And if you're comfortable buying at 17, and how many years is it going to take you to get back up to 17? Because if you buy this book, if you buy this book, it takes you 2 to 3. Well, okay. If it takes you 2 to 3 years or 2 years, even to get back up to the point of 17 on a sale, because
what I'm saying is the 17, that's the lowest it has been
this year.
No, well, no, I'm going back. There's 2022.
He's going back about a year and a half.
I can go back a little bit further. It's still, I'm back into 2021. It's not hit that low before. Most of the sales, if I go back to 2021, 2,600, 3,300, 2,600.
No, go back to 19. Let me see what's at 19.
Well, I don't know what year. I'm going by,
Try to get to 19.
Well, they get to 2020, it was 1,500. It was 1,000.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
yes, it was 1,000. So it went up to 3,000 in the next year.
You look, yeah, that's the spike, right? So your 1,000, the spike went up to 3 and it's already headed back down. So if it,
no, 15, I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is this isn't in a free. It's a free fall from 3, yes, but it's not in a free fall from $2,000 because over the last month, multiple have sold in that $2,000 range. Is all I'm saying. I don't think it's in a free fall where it's at now. So I think it's kind of going to mellow out and kind of level off here.
In the chat, we have 5 6 to 10s, 3 3 to 5s if we only count Ronnie once, and 1 1 to 2.
I mean, if you're not going to pass it, I think it's a 1 to 2. Like I kind of agree a little bit with Pete, and I just hope I get lucky and I get like a $300 or $400 out of it.
Yeah, it's be back to 21, 2,200 before you know it.
Normally it would be pass, but I don't know that we can stick it in pass and survive.
We definitely had. What do they have it in? What's the nose number, Dump?
5 6 to 10s, 3 3 to 5s, 1 1 to 2.
All right, put in 6 to 10. They fucking
another 6 to 10. 6 6 to 10.
They're gonna do this one. This one I actually wouldn't.
This one is I would. That's what I'm saying.
Put in 6 to fucking 10. This one I put in 6 to 10. And I would
this
not.
One I would put in 6 to 10.
Wait,
here we go.
Up yet? Which one?
Yeah. Well, it's
okay.
ASM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
That would be 6 to 10.
Yeah, I put this in 6 to 10
because Doc Ock.
Dude, yeah, this thing's at 17. Get the fuck out of here with this book in 6 to 10. And tell me this thing's hit the fucking floor. Get out of here, dude.
I would 100% put the Doc Ock at 6 to 10. What was the highest?
Like, I don't even know what's going on here. Come on. Get the fuck
33.
out.
Well, like I said, if you're collecting Spidey villains, who are you gonna go to first? You gonna go to Doc Ock? Or you gonna go to
Yeah,
Vulture?
I agree with JJ. I agree with Vulture. I said this 2 minutes ago, and even told you that the bottom wasn't yet for Vulture. And then we pull up the next book, which is a much better book. I don't think anybody, if you argue that Doc Ock isn't a better book than Vulture, it's the exact same grade. You're out of your shit.
Yeah,
no
but
offense.
Once again, this is also an anomaly sale. If you look at things,
the power of the sun in the palm
Anomaly
of my
low
hand.
or high?
Low.
Not yet.
And when I scroll back through, like the sale before that one was $2,160 in end of February. $2,000 also in February. January $2,300, $2,800 in January. Best offer on $4,200. Like
the high is 1620 right now for 30 days. Okay, because not too many of them sold. This is the problem with these though, Pete. You got to go on whatever the last sale is, not whatever 10 sales ago was, because not 10 sales was only 8 books ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like there's tons of books saying even on the highs lows. So like 21 going down from 3,000 for the high, 19 on 30-day average. What'd you have? Like 4 books sell over the last 90 days?
Well, the high was in September. Since the high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th book since the high.
Progressively going down from the high, right? That's what I'm saying. 7 books going down.
No, they weren't progressively. To be fair, the sale after the high of 3,000 was 1,980. And then it was a best offer. I don't know the accepted amount on 4,200. Then it was 2,800, 23, 2,000, 2,100. All I'm saying, it still kind of rocks back and forth a little bit, but 16
So we have
20 is definitely an anomaly low.
6 to 10s in the chat. That's the only vote we've gotten in the chat.
Yeah, this I'm doing.
I actually think this is 6 to 10. I'm
It
just
is,
telling you
yeah,
that
that's
you
where
can't
the line
have
is.
this on the same fucking line. You got the vulture.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, let's see what happens. And
You're
react.
no, but you're telling me you're gonna pay. You right now are going to pay more for this fuck. The chat has told us they're going to pay
Chat's
more.
telling you that. We're not telling you
Yeah,
that.
they're telling. No, Pete is saying it. He's going to pay more for this book than he's going to pay for
I
this.
didn't
fucking
say
book.
that.
He didn't say that.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
why
and
are
to
you-
be-
I didn't say that.
Hold
I said
on.
3 to 5.
To be fair, the chat doesn't know what books are coming up either.
That too. I do know what's next.
Yeah, and Marco knows what's next. I don't know what's next.
Well, you guys
Neither
can
do
look
I.
and see. They're right there on the picture screen right now.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I'm not
I
looking
know
at
they're kind
that.
of tiny, but
Well,
they're
no,
there.
but hey, Dub, I'm not even saying what's next. I'm saying with what we've already fucking passed on for the price compared to, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying even what we passed
I
on.
agree with
already.
Marco saying, like, if you're a Spidey collector, are you gonna buy first Vulture or first Doc Ock for the same price, which is basically what those are.
$100 cheaper.
$100 difference, yeah.
Yeah.
But if we're getting into the argument, am I going to buy first Vulture or first Challenger of the Unknown? I'm more of a Marvel guy, so I'm still going to lean towards the Vulture.
Right, but what I'm saying is when you look at the price of Challenger Unknown, there has never been a spike. It's just a steady like hill, right? Like with Vulture, there's no way that Vulture at that thing is a better price than Doc Ock. Okay, we're gonna move along because we're 3 hours in already. I am Groot. I say words. I don't just say I am Groot. Behold, I am Groot.
Now this I find interesting because now you're looking in the same grade
That's
of
a
both
hard fall.
Vulture and Doc Ock. This is more expensive.
No, thank you.
Well,
It's been more expensive for longer. It has been more expensive for longer too. I'm just telling you. This book has been a lot more expensive than those two books for a lot longer. I would say that the villain gallery for ASM, excluding the recent spikes where they took huge jumps, that's why I think they have to come back down, were for the longest time undervalued. At this point, I think they're a little bit overvalued, and you're going to see them tick down a little bit or stay stagnant and have a catch up. With this book, yeah, dude. I mean, fuck. I
don't think we can get.
I don't think this is the wrong price on this book. I mind you, I don't think 2,000 is the wrong price on this book. But yeah, what are you going to do? We can't. We already have all 3 6 to 10s. I'm not going to convince the chat otherwise because fuck it. So I don't know. Put wherever the fuck you want.
Well, you want
3 to 5?
Wanted the 6 to 10 this?
It's on pass.
You got 2 passes and 1 3 to 5.
I mean, in 2016, this book was almost 2K. It's 2K. Gone up a little bit. You got like, maybe it was like 1,600, 1,800. Got a couple $100. You had a spike where it went up to 3,000, 4,000. I don't know, man.
Well, in 2016, we got our first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Probably, yeah, yeah, but it really hadn't taken a big drop. I mean, with the pandemic spike, it did, but like for the rest of the shit, it didn't take.
In 2016, it was 2K, and it's 2K now, and it's gone up.
It's like 1,800. It's like 1,800 there, and then now 2K. I'm saying like that's negligible for the 4 year, 5, whatever, how many ever years we've been in it. With a spike of a movie. No, it went up to like three and change. What I'm saying is that the 2K is probably where it's stagnant, right? So over a long-term period, you're probably going to have.
I'd be worried that 2K is where the book stays, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, that's one of the worries. I agree.
I could see this one kind of falling off as interest wanes.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't. Personally,
I don't know. There's going to be that many.
I agree that the floor is kind of there at 2K, but I'm afraid of it being a plateau more than a rise. Over it depends on how long you're holding it, but over like this, to me, this is not like a 1 to 2.
At the price, I think it will be. I think at this price, it'll be solid over the. I'm saying if you buy it for 2, I'm telling you that
You got
Looking at
5
the
pass and 2 3 to 5s.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
have a problem with 3 to 5.
This price is also higher than the last 2 sales. The sale before this one, about 8 days before, was $17.77. And then December was the sale before it was $18.75
So this book is moving up.
on the last 2 sales. We are 2 weeks away from the third movie. Not to say that's the only driving force. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah, I don't think that's the only driving force. But...
No, but it reminds people of books.
I do have a quick question. Do you guys think this hits a duality of collectors at all in like Marvel horror?
Yep, I think it does that. I think it gets artists too, artist collectors. Because who did the art on this?
Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kirby and Ditko on the cover, and Kirby and Ditko inside. Some Don Heck. Because I guess it's anthology inside.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it checks a lot of boxes. But what do I know? All right, what do they got? Did you say, Dub? What are they doing? 3 to 5? Are we doing 3 to 5?
Right
We got more passes than anything else.
Christ.
This would be our last pass if we did.
1 2 3.
Your passes way outweigh anything else. There's a
all
couple
right.
5s.
Go ahead. Well, I know one of these books has got to be going someplace. Oh fuck it, hey, this is horrible. All right. What are we flipping this? Are we flipping this fucking book in a day? What are we doing with this one?
I like Daredevil.
This book used to be so fucking cheap.
For so long.
So fucking cheap for the longest. I mean, dog shit ass cheap. You couldn't fucking sell it to nobody. Ugh. This
Well,
book.
that's not the case anymore.
You're right.
So we
But
can
it's
keep
a
living in the past.
It is a 2-0 at $1,900.
Yeah, I had to go 2-0 because that's where we're at with this book.
Yeah.
What was the highest of this book, Pete?
3-3? 3-4?
Oh, the
Whoa,
highest
shit.
ever, 4,300.
4,300. Yeah.
I would put this in 6 to 10.
And in this year, the highest was 3,300. So the
I'd say
4,300
6
was
to 10, but I could live with 3 to 5.
I'd rather
Yeah,
drop
what do we have
Vulture down
available?
and put this in 6 to 10.
Yeah. Once again, drop
I
Vulture
would
down.
too. I would drop Vulture and I would put this one.
Guys, if you put 6 to 10, though, AOA, you got to tell us what we're dropping down.
Cricket.
No, here it goes.
And Zaggy, I got
No,
nothing
guys,
against
you can't. Yeah, you're not passing this book, Zaggy. Get the fuck out of here.
Maybe he hates Daredevil.
Okay, guys, what are we bumping down though? We got enough 6 to 10 votes. But what are we bumping down? I say we
I
bump
think it's
down
Vulture.
Vulture. Vulture's got to get bumped, right?
I think we can make that call.
I actually don't have a problem with Vulture going to
1 to 2 for me.
Yeah, I would think, but we ain't gonna get to
No,
do
I'm
that.
fine with the 3 to 5. I told you.
I'll do anything on it at this
Still
point.
Spidey too.
Yeah. Wow, this is a fucking horrible ass list. All right.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. This is
Right,
really
these
bad.
are all books that you said you liked. You just don't
I
like
know.
Vulture.
I just don't like what they're doing with them. I'm telling you, I want to go visit this 5 years from now. This list and fucking start. We can make fun of this list. All right. This fucking book. This is what we got.
This is the last book. Doctor Strange.
Okay. I'll probably catch heat for this, but I'm not a fan of any Doctor Strange spec.
This is what I love. It's not. These aren't spec books.
What spec or collecting or anything. I never liked
But
the
Paste Pot Pete is what this is really about. This is what people want it for.
What open spots do we have?
1 to 2.
1 to 2.
1 to 2. 1 to 2.
High was
Wow.
4K. High was 4K. Low 18.6.
It's not a pretty chart there.
It's an ugly chart.
But to be fair, the
90
2K
day. I mean,
is
not gonna,
up from the last 2 sales of 18,860.
Yeah, maybe 1 to 2 is not a terrible.
Not a great
fit.
cover either, really.
No.
No, it's not because it doesn't even have the Doctor Strange on it.
Nope.
Yeah.
or the Ancient One, or Wong.
It doesn't
Or
have anything
Nightmare.
Benedict
related to
Wong?
Doctor Strange on it.
Yeah, Benedict Wong.
We're really doing this?
Maybe it's
Well,
not such
if
a
we
bad
don't,
fit for
we
it.
pass. Then who we put in that last 1 to 2 spot?
I gotta get this fucking thing down.
I can't see it. Tell who's down there.
Oh, what in the pass?
Once again,
The passes we have that can possibly be raised up are Challengers of the Unknown,
shouldn't be in the
Avengers
probably one of
4.
the best books in this.
Hulk 2, the Lois Lane book, Hulk playing hide and seek with Thing, and Groot.
Also should be in past.
I say move Groot up to 1 to 2, maybe. But this in pass. Maybe I'm crazy, but
No,
I would personally, I would put Groot to 3 to 5, move Vulture down to 1 to 2, and put Strange in pass.
yeah, that sounds good too. I like it.
I just think that I think you're going to need at least 5 years to get the price back and make a profit off the Vulture book at that price.
Then I would pass it.
Well, I mean, that was my whole argument about it.
Yeah.
Is like you're going to need so long.
No, but
to
that's
get-
also why I think that's the spot you need it. I
What
don't
are
know.
they going to put in 1 to 2?
You're not worried about Groot being at the upper echelon of our range here. It's a 2000,
Yeah,
and it's not one of the higher grades. It's on the lower end
Yeah,
of the
but-
grades. It's a 3.0.
I think it's safe to not fall much below that. Maybe like 100 or so, but I don't think it would fall.
I wouldn't
terribly below
disagree with that.
that. You think it would fall below 2000?
No, I said I would not disagree
Oh.
with that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think it might. Like realistically,
Yeah, I agree with For Pete's Sake. I agree with For Pete's Sakes, but we're not
Yeah.
going to get that vote for Pete's sakes.
Bustle is right, yeah. You could, in theory, put. I mean,
well, we couldn't put 2 up in 3 to 5 there for
yeah.
Pete Saki. Because
He
there's
says
only
no.
one
He's
spot,
saying
even if
pass,
you
he's
move
like-
Vulture.
No,
Even
he
if you
says
move Vulture, there's only one spot. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but he's saying either put Hulk 2 or Challenger in the 3
Yeah,
to
I
5.
see what he's saying.
Move Vulture down and
Either
pass on
or.
this-
Well,
Yeah, either or.
But then you're back to the same thing with Groot. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a
but,
lot of the books
but
you can
again,
move
my
out past.
argument about the Groot book is I think I would rather have a Hulk 2 at $1,600 over a $2,000 Groot.
In what, 1 to 2?
Which once again, if you look at the Hulk, that's why I think Pete's Sakes thing makes sense. If you want a steady book that you're going to get year over year, almost guaranteed increases. Now we don't know that for sure. Challenger's that book. Hulk number 2 probably is similar to that book too, to a little bit less of a degree. Groot probably could be stagnant for a year, maybe 2. You can't put Groot in 1 and 2. I don't know.
No, I feel like we're going to start seeing a dip for Groot coming. Because
Well, I think we were already seeing it.
in the forefront of anybody's mind to want to go, hey, I got to go buy my first Groot.
Yeah.
Why now? Why do you need to buy
I
now?
don't know.
You're just going to wait it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's
okay.
all. That's
Yeah.
all I mean about
That's
that book.
true.
Like there's nothing
Yeah.
to drive you to go get it
I say
in
flip
the
a
next
coin
few
between
years.
Challenger and Hulk. Just be done.
What's
with it.
that?
Then flip a coin between Hulk 2 and Challenger. Just be done with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's much different between the two of them. Drop Spidey to 1 to 2.
So Vulture's getting dropped, and we're gonna move.
All right, here we go. Where's the coin? Fucking thing. One of those two's going up, guys. What are we putting in 3 to? What are we putting in 3 to 5?
Hulk or
Challenger? Hulk or Challenger? Put it in the chat. Either one. Yep.
I kind of feel like Hulk, personally.
I'm leaning towards Hulk, but
Yeah.
again, I'm.
You guys knocked the shit out of Green Hulk book and Frog People, but
Well-
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with it
the
either.
Toadman?
I
Yeah,
gotta
I
do
don't
one
care
of them.
either one. Either one. Either one. Yep.
Got a
one
couple
of them.
Hulks.
Another Hulk.
Okay, that's enough. 3 Hulks, 4 Hulks, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Hulks. Okay, there we go. All right, now it doesn't look as bad.
I don't think it was that bad to begin with.
I don't know.
Not as much as
Really?
you were saying. Like these, not like any of these books are terrible books.
I don't know, dude. We just did 4 motions on it. I not know the books aren't terrible. That's not the game. The book, all these books are great. Why would I own them? Because they're great. What I'm telling you is some of those prices were not great. Not prices of what you thought or whatever. Exact price.
And I agree with you, but that's why some of the things you were arguing to put on the list to hold, like I don't think Groot right now at 2,000 is a good buy. I see that going down from now.
Right. I see, like I said, I see Vulture it taking a long time to get back up to the 17 price. Where at least I don't see going down.
But that's where I'm disagreeing with you because
which is
pointing at 17 because even when we look at the prices of where it was.
But then again, but then again, I would just have Challenger above both those because it's a safer book. In the long run,
that's the thing. And I just don't like Challengers.
Yeah, you don't like it. You don't have to like. You don't. It's easier to sell books you don't like than it is to sell books you do like. As far as like, oh, I'm a fan of this book. It's.
No, I understand.
If you just look at it from I don't give a shit who's on there or anything. I just look at the price of the book, what it looks like. And that's where I come from. You think I give it? Who the fuck reads? I'd rather read Black Hawk than read fucking Challengers, man.
And that's what I'm saying.
But I'm telling you, I'd rather also have a book to hold that goes like this than a book that goes.
Marco likes his Moneyball. He doesn't like the scouting.
Yeah, I like both. I like both. But when you start to throw down, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, I mean, yeah, this isn't like a Wednesday Warring here. You know what I mean?
No, I know, but to your point, I don't know. Just like the Challenger thing, I just don't see a lot of buyers. Like again, you're waiting for the right person.
Yes, I agree with Terry.
You only have one book to sell.
Let me just put this out there because I brought it up on my screen. Challengers Showcase 6. Yes, March it sold for $1,800.
Yeah, right.
In January it sold for $2,000. The last time it sold before that was August of 2021. The last time before that in this grade was 2018.
Right, but
that's all I'm saying. Like,
but I'm telling you, there's less of those in this grade compared to whatever grade those ASM books are.
Yes, yeah, I will give you that.
There's like a lot less.
Yeah,
well, that's
the grade is more attractive, but I still feel like you might get stuck waiting for that buyer.
Yeah, well, that's why I think Challenger has to be only one of 2 categories, right? It has to be either 6 to 10 or it has to be pass.
Yeah, which I was arguing for 6 to 10
in that 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, even at that, I mean, that's what I was saying about the 6 to 10. Anyhow,
and I also think it was also a victim of our placement. You put that the first. I mean, that was the first.
Yeah. So, I agree.
If given those options of 6 to 10,
I'm not. Hey, look, I mean, I'm like I'm like the chart for Vulture. At one point, I was like, "What the fuck?" And now I'm like, "Okay, all right."
I still think Vulture's fine 3 to 5.
That's the fun part. Look, that's the fun part of this game. It's like the more you play it, then like it does get you book by book.
And I'm also going with your argument though, because the Vulture book, I feel like we might need some more time to get it to go rise up. Because 1 to 2, it might not have enough time. It might linger in that spot for a while. That's all. But that said, it was still fun.
Well, good. I'm glad you said that. I don't think Daredevil should be a 1 and 2.
It could be, but it couldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think. I also think this. This is actually a real. I think it's hard to find 1 to 2 year books. What did we have on for 1 to 2 years? Because arguably, you could have had more 3 to 5 to 6 to 10s. There's a lot of those that could have stuck in the 6 to 10 range. But
there's a lot of those that I like. I wouldn't want to put, like I said, in the middle just because the way those books sell, like, is not really. And like you said, like if you're gaining year to year slowly, you're not going to put it in 1 to 2 because you're not going to make $200 and you better.
Yeah, you're not going to make it.
But then again, some of those books don't come up a lot. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah there's one sale, but how many of those books were available?
That's my point, though. Like you're going to have to, not necessarily find a buyer, but you're going to have to wait on a buyer and.
Oh no! I'm saying that
1 to 2 you get desperate, and then you sell.
No. What I'm saying is that sometimes like those books don't come up to sale. Like they're either way overpriced. It's like, wow, I'm setting 2 times the old record for this, or they're just not available for you to buy. There's not. I mean, those books. One of those
Yeah,
books.
the inventory's not there for
1954, 1955. What is?
Somebody brought up heritage, and you lose money in an auction house, which is true, but that's the only way some of these books do sell is when
because it gets out there real quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, because when you look at it, Heritage goes, "Oh, we got this book in," and then people go, "Oh shit, I've been looking for that book." Yes, I agree on that too. Yeah.
Well, then they always got to pay all those premiums too. So as far as the seller goes, they're not getting all of that return because a chunk of it's going to the auction house.
Right. I agree. All right, good stuff. Well, make sure you watch Dub. Get on it.
Tomorrow night we have Dollar Bin Digging.
Oh yeah, gotta do that.
We gotta do that. Oh yeah, right. Friday night. Make sure you catch MCM live with the boys, Jedi and Dom. You saw them on there earlier. They're talking a lot of things, but they're definitely watching. They're definitely going to be talking about Transformers. I'm not sure to what extent, but Jedi always
Generation 1 Transformers. I know that's
nice. That's awesome. Those are the best. Saturday night special.
Greatest generation.
Oh, and Styx
will
be on with them too.
Oh yeah, Styx will be on with. Yeah, that's right. And then Saturday night you can catch the boys, Kyle and Matt, and I don't know if Mr. Lopez is on this week because he's like traveling. Styx is on Saturday nights as well. You never know what's going to happen on that show. It's always fun to check out latest news and excitement there. Sunday night. Now we talked a little bit about Mando today, just a little bit. We didn't have any spoilers.
There's a lot to get into.
Sunday will be the show.
Holy hell!
Dig deep into
we
Mando.
just got Ruben, special guest Ruben.
Oh yeah, Ruben.
That's right. Ruben. Yeah, he did say he's going to be there this week.
Oh,
Dig deep into Mando. There's going to be so much talk about, so many things to break down from this episode. I have some more opinions that I'm curious to hear what these guys have to think, and then also, you're going to get. You don't get this anywhere else. It's Dom's theories. Dom's theories on Sunday night. Literally, it's worth checking in the show.
We're gonna have Dom and Ruben, and then I think this is Wayseeker's first experience with both Don and Ruben. This is gonna be epic. This is gonna be an epic.
Also,
epic show.
We might have a box. We might have a box break because I know Ruben mentioned he has that thing. Not a whole box. It's the autograph card. There's only one card inside.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Remember that? Like I think he's still holding on to that, so he might have that to open. I don't know.
AOA, do you have a guarantee counter on that? By the way, we have to start just getting a guarantee counter.
Guarantee.
Oh, I can't believe his wife's giving him a hard time about that too. I feel real bad now. Oh.
Giving him a hard time by the guarantee.
Yeah, she's like, "How those guarantees go?"
Oh, I don't have it.
Oh. Yeah, she asked how to go.
We got to switch red style here so I can go and get that.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I love Dom's guarantees.
It's the best.
Oh,
Literally, it's such a good part of the show.
So I mean, dude, we kind of set him up to say it too, because he tries sometimes not to say it, and then he just goes, "No, look, this is what's gonna. I guarantee it's gonna happen."
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Wouldn't it be
like
cool?
when you think about it. Yeah, so it's gonna happen.
When you think about it.
When you think about it.
It's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
It's awesome. Thank you for those two guys coming on. Thank you for Wayseeker too. And JJ. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Even though JJ's a regular in the tech chat.
So, yeah, JJ, thank you. Yeah, it was good to see you.
Yeah.
Come from the living waters. I didn't even see your tagline. Nice.
All right, sounds good. Let's get out of here.
Thank you all so much for hanging out.